ọmọ máa tọjọ́ mẹ́ta ẹ̀yà ara lé a máa tún kíra wa pé ṣe dáadáa la bá yín, a kú Jímọ̀ lóyin. Kí o gbọ́ lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí i. Pé ṣé dáadáa la bá gbogbo ilé lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí o. A very good morning and welcome to the transmission. Ṣé láàfíà la bá gbogbo wa ṣá o. Èmi náà ní Koiki Media náà ní ẹ̀kọ́ pé méjì. Èyí 27 àbí. Èyí á máa jẹ́ 27. Mọ́ǹtì náà má ti tán kẹ̀. Mọ́ǹtì náà má ti tán àbí kílẹ̀ ní mo wí. Mọ́ǹtì náà ti tán. A tún ti parí mọ́ǹtì báyìí. A tún lọ mú November. Ọjọ́ náà máa ń pẹ́. A tún fẹ́ lọ mú November báyìí. Ṣàlàáfíà ní gbogbo wa. A very good morning once again and welcome. Wa kí gbogbo wa, mo kí gbogbo ilé o. Mo kí gbogbo ilé lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí i. Mo kí gbogbo ilé lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí i. And say good morning and welcome. And good morning, sir. Ó ní mo gbóyìnbó. Good morning, sir. Wọ́n ní mo gbóyìnbó. Good morning, sir. Wọ́n ní mo gbóyìnbó, gbóyìnbó, gbóyìnbó. Good morning, sir. Wọ́n ní mo gbóyìnbó. Good morning, sir. Wọ́n ní mo gbóyìnbó, gbóyìnbó, gbóyìnbó. Good morning, sir. Wọ́n ní mo gbóyìnbó. Good morning, sir. Wọ́n ní mo gbóyìnbó. Good morning, sir. Ní mo gbóyìnbó, gbóyìnbó, gbóyìnbó. Good morning, sir. Wọ́n ní mo gbóyìnbó, gbóyìnbó, gbóyìnbó. Good morning, sir. Wọ́n ní mo gbóyìnbó. Good morning, sir. Ní mi gan ti tutù kan. Wọ́n ní mo gbóyìnbó, gbóyìnbó, gbóyìnbó. Good morning, sir. Wọ́n ní mo gbóyìnbó, 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 gbóyìnbó. Good morning, sir. Wọ́n ní mo gbóyìnbó. Good morning, sir. Wọ́n ní mo gbóyìnbó. Good morning, sir. Wọ́n ní mo gbóyìnbó. Good morning, sir. No, I'm live now. When I Àtúndé bí a ti ń dé báyìí. Our Yoruba Nation campaign.
The cost of fuel has gone up. Food and other prices have followed it. Households and businesses struggling. Things seem anxious and uncertain. I understand the hardship you face. I wish there were other ways, but there's not.
Only I wish there was other way, but could see other way.
But for anybody who changes his principles depending on whom he is dealing, that is not a man who can lead a nation. But for anybody who changes his principles.
Okay, gbogbo alẹ́ kan sí pé àlàáfíà ni mo bá gbogbo wa. Àwọn oníṣẹ́ méjì ẹ̀kan táwa gbé dáná náà lẹ́yìn.
To come, we in the UK need to have some serious reflection on mistakes that have been made, and especially our foreign policy in history. And we're going to have to rely on these nations that we've been stealing from for years to deal with us, because we need them. We're not like Russia. We're not self-sufficient. Russia has its own oil, its own food, its own air. It doesn't have to import anything. It can survive without the world. We, a tiny little island, do not have that luxury. We need to import so much shit in the history. So what happens, do you think, in the next decade as African countries are rising and getting more powerful, and the Western countries that had them under their heel for so long, like the UK where I live, are on the way down and their economies are collapsing? What help do you think we're going to get from those countries that are becoming more powerful? How do you think that the Africans are going to look towards the English with regards to trade deals and buying their uranium off them if we need to? Then, and as far as I can tell, this country doesn't apologise for jack shit. And the reason it doesn't apologise is because if it apologised for the stuff that it's done, it'd have to start giving back all of the stuff that it's stolen. I've spent hours inside the British Museum. That place is an absolute, it's a treasure trove. It's incredible. And it's nearly all nicked. And we're going to have to, in the UK, in the West, really start looking at our place in the world and really start looking as to whether we really do value the things that we say we do. I saw somebody earlier saying, you know, this is what the West do. They just play pretend. It's no wonder the West now accept a man being a woman if he just identifies as one, because we in the UK have been identifying as a nation that is on the side of law and order, a nation that values free speech as it's censoring everybody, a nation that values freedom of the press and is a shining light and a beacon for freedom of the press throughout the world, whilst it's literally torturing the best journalists the world has ever seen in its capital. We say we are these things. Our government says them all the time. The diplomats are like that. But it's just all hot air. Nothing we do as a country backs up what these people are saying the country is. Nothing. I love my country, and that's what I want my country to turn into, to be. I think it's the most patriotic thing a person can do. But when I talk about these things, people call me a Putin puppet. They've been propagandized to such a degree. They don't know their allies when they meet them. And we've got some serious apologising to do in this country. To all of these nations that we have stolen from, to all of these nations whose leaders we've helped assassinate and overthrow, all of these coups that we've done around the world in countries just because we didn't like what they did. So we killed them and we overthrew them and we put in a dictator who created a secret service and was just brutal to the people in that country. We didn't care, as long as we carried on getting the oil. We're meant to be a country that cares about these things, that cares about truth and honesty and justice. This country prides itself on the UK justice system. Well, there's no greater injustice in this world right now than the imprisonment of Julian Assange, and we're the ones doing it in the UK. And to all those people in Africa, rise up. I'm in the West and I'm fighting for you. And I tell you, we really are, the people in the country, the people in the UK, the people in this chat in the UK who know the truth, we're on your side. We want our country to be the things that it says it is, and it's clearly not. And I really do wish to see the rise of Africa in my lifetime. I would love to see it. And we're seeing at the moment the rise of Russia and China. I'd love Africa to go with that as well. But this is not good for the West, especially if we carry on. When this collapse comes, and it's going to come,
mo kí bàbá mi àwo Fájèmí Adékúnlé Fáwòyè, àdúrà yín máa gbà, Ifá máa jẹ́, ẹ kú iṣẹ́, ẹ kú pé Yorùbá tàwa báyìí ní abroad, Yorùbá tó strong dáadáa ni. Ìyẹn náà lọ kọ́kọ́ fẹ́ fi knock me away lórí Yorùbá nation. Wọ́n ní kò gbọ́ Yorùbá dáadáa. Wọ́n ní báwo ló ṣe lè máa pariwo Yorùbá nation tó gbọ́ Yorùbá nation dáadáa, tó gbọ́ Yorùbá. Wọ́n ti gbàgbé pé English ni mo fi ṣe language nígbà tí mo wà ní secondary school, àwọn born bastard. Ifá máa jẹ́, tó bá yẹ pé mo mọ̀ ẹ́ màá ti kọ́ Ifá dáadáa kí n tó kúrò Nàìjíríà. Èmi gan ti di babaláwo. Tó bá yẹ pé wọ́n sọ fún mi tí mo mọ̀ nísìn, kódà mo lè wá kọ́ṣẹ́ lọ́dọ̀ yín, mo dẹ̀ ṣe máa wá kọ́ṣẹ́ lọ́dọ̀ yín. Bàbá mi àwo Fájèmí, mo lè wá nísìn, bá wá nísìn DSS a máa lé mi káàkiri. Ntí mo gbé dání nísìn ó risk gan. mo kí Akalamago TV èèyàn ti Koiki Media, mo kí Yorùbá World Media. Mo lè mi ní bàbá Yorùbá, èmi ní bàbá Yorùbá. Ẹ bá rí mi, bẹ́ẹ̀ bá ti rí mi, Yorùbá nation náà ni. Ṣé rí brain yìí? British ti train èmi náà dáadáa. Èmi ń ṣe blogger o, èmi ò dẹ̀ ń ṣe Facebook journalist lèmi to the core. Tó bá ń gbọ́ journalist, òun lèmi. Mo wá dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ gbogbo àwọn sọ̀rọ̀sọ̀rọ̀. Bàbá mi Prophet John Ogundele, mo ṣe attention fún yín, àwọn ti gbé ní London rí. Over 20 years lọ fi gbé nílùú Èkó tó di pé ọba Elédùmarè a bá máa sọ pé Jésù kan ajá fi àwọn tó ń ṣe Jésù sílẹ̀. Ọlọ́run ló pe àwọn yẹn, ó pè wọ́n padà lọ sí Nàìjíríà. After tó gbé ní ìlú yìí títí bó bá dẹ̀ ń gbé ní ìlú yìí tó bá níwèé little ló lè ṣe. Ó dàbẹ̀ tó wà Nàìjíríà náà ní àwọn kan wà Nàìjíríà náà tó níwèé, àwọn African country kan wà. Ó kọ́ ẹ pé ẹ lè mọ ní gbogbo wọn lẹ̀ ń fún níṣẹ́. Wọ́n bí ẹ̀dá kó má níwèé nílùú Èkó wá ní o fẹ́ lọ wáṣẹ́. Àwọn kan ń ṣe o, wọ́n ń ṣe backdoor cash náà lọ́ máa ń pè. But many of you, Àjàní Àjàlá mo kí ẹ ní Libya, ẹ mọ iyì ìtẹ́ni àwọn àjòjì ti gbalẹ̀ mọ́ yín lọ́wọ́. Tó bá ń gbé labroad, mo kí yá mi Ọlájúmọ̀kẹ́, mo kí yá mi First Bank. Táwọn èèyàn bá ti rí mi, tó bá ti rí pé mo wà live, ẹni tó wà lórugun á jí pé Koiki tún dé, kí ló fẹ́ sọ láàárọ̀ ẹ̀. Ọ̀rọ̀ ń bẹ lórí, journalist ti gbọ́dọ̀ máa ní tó máa bá yín sọ. Mo kí ẹlẹ́ǹkan Sàkàlàmàgò, mo kí Àyìndé Usman, mo kí yín, mo wá kí Mùsùlùmí, mo kí Kristi. Èmi ò gbéjà ẹ̀sìn dání. Gbóhùn yẹn fi Tani Ọlọ́run sílẹ̀, gbóhùn yẹn má fi sílẹ̀. Tó bá yá in tó máa trigger Nàìjíríà, ó ń roll bọ̀ díẹ̀díẹ̀ ni. Mo gbọ́ tọmọ Lúkà àti àǹtí mi kan ṣe program lánàá. Mo wá ń rẹ́rìn, ìyá yẹn ní kò sí iṣẹ́ ṣe mọ́. Ó wà ó kọ̀ ẹ́ pé ó ní ibi tó wà sí ni. Tó bá ní oko bàbá ẹ, òun ló pọ̀ jù. Tó bá dé oko olóko, wàá mọ̀ pé oko bàbá ẹlòmíràn ju tiẹ̀ lọ. Ìwọ náà fẹ́ máa ṣe bí èmi ní UK. Tó bá ṣe dé, má ṣe bí Koiki o. Lọ faṣẹ́ gidi. Iṣẹ́ 3 ni mò ń ṣe nígbà tí mo dé nígbà tí mo kọ́kọ́ dé. Mo ń sọ fún wọn sí mi lánàá. Ìyá dáadáa, ìyá lálùbáríkà. Ẹkú ọlá Jímọ̀ gbogbo ẹ̀yin Mùsùlùmí. Ọlọ́run ajá aṣọ ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ẹ̀. Mo ní iṣẹ́ tèmi ti ní ìlú yìí. Mo ti ṣe times 12 ahead. So tí bá slow down díẹ̀ nísìn tí mo gbélé dání, ẹ fọkàn balẹ̀. Mo kíyà mi Comfort Ológunjà. Àwọn ọjọ́ kan wà yẹn kàn máa wọ pé báwo ló ṣe wá fẹ́ rí báyìí. Tó bá tún wá wo account ẹ torí pé gbẹ̀mú wọnú bẹ̀ ààrẹ àtúnlé díẹ̀. Torí àwọn kan believe pé níta gbé dání service to humanity ni ìyẹn máa ń sanwó fún ni. But a béèrè owó nísìnyí pé àwa fi ẹ̀mí wa sílẹ̀ bí Ìgbòho náà ṣe fẹ̀mí ẹ̀ sílẹ̀. Tó bá ní àwọn tó ń wá nísìn lára àwọn tó ń wá, Koiki wà lára àwọn tó ń wá. Ó wù wọ́n pé kó mú mi báyìí, especially nígbà tí Buhari wà níbẹ̀. Tó bá yẹ pé Buhari rí mú báyìí gbágá, àwọn kan máa rẹ́rìn ni, wọ́n á ní kò tán ẹ̀. Ṣèbí nǹkan tẹ́ máa ń sọ lórí Twitter nìyẹn. Ṣèbí Tinubu ti wà níbẹ̀ nísìn, ẹ jẹ́ mo yóò yà. Àwa ní ọ̀rọ̀ táwọn máa sọ bọ́ọ̀bẹ̀ mo kọ́ fẹ́ yà sí. Mo kí ẹ̀gbọ́n mi òkè Mike. Just reason mo kí ẹ dáadáa. Mo kẹ́yìn tèmi lórí Mixlr, ṣàlàfíà lẹ́wà. Bàbá Yorùbá náà ló dé. Mo kí ya mi Root, mo kí àwọn Biafra. Ṣẹ̀rẹ́ yìí tẹ máa ń wá bá mi sọ pé Koiki ìgbà tí Máyégún kí ló wà láàrin ẹ̀yin àti Biafra bomb bastard nìyí. Ẹni tó bá ti sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ tí bá ti rí nínú comment section, ó tún ṣe lára Koiki Media mọ́ nìyẹn, wàá lọ máa wá ibi tó ti máa rí Koiki wò. Èmi mọ̀ pé gbogbo ìjà wà láàrin wa tẹ́lẹ̀ in the 60s. Kí ni yẹn kí la wá ní máa ṣe pẹ̀lú yẹn? A mọ̀ pé àwọn ọlọ́dà regional government kí ni máa wá ṣe pẹ̀lú yẹn? Ẹ̀yin bomb bastard. Ẹ̀yin Yorùbá tẹ́ wà very hypocrite ní gbogbo yín. Ẹ̀ ń point finger sáwọn Igbo àbí? Ẹ fẹ́ point finger sáwọn Fúlàní àtàwùsá tí wọ́n ń hold wa padà sẹ́yìn. Ṣé Igbo ló ń hold wa nísìn? Koiki, mo máa ń like program ẹ, mo gbádùn program ẹ wá máa kọ episode wèrè. Ẹ kọ episode wèrè ẹ̀yin bomb bastard ní gbogbo yín mo sọ. Koiki mo like program ẹ but mama link wa pẹ̀lú Biafra ẹ̀yin wèrè má link wa pẹ̀lú àwọn Igbo ẹ̀yin bomb bastard. Mo ti sọ fún Simon Ekpa èmi àti ẹ ti sọ̀rọ̀ one on one mo ní ìjọ́kíjọ́ ta bá rí pé ilẹ̀ wa lẹ fẹ́ gbà a máa jà para wa to the end ni. ẹ fẹ́ wà nínú Nàìjíríà ẹ dẹ̀ fẹ́ káwọn ọmọ Igbo báwọn yín ṣe nínú Nàìjíríà ẹ dẹ̀ fẹ́ kọ́ lọ èwo lẹ kí lẹ fẹ́ gangan sẹ what do you want ìbọn bastard kí lẹ fẹ́ gangan mo kí yàmi Ramọ́tàláì salam kí lẹ fẹ́ gangan àwọn Igbo náà wọ́n ṣe Nàìjíríà mọ́ kí Tinubu jẹ́ kó máa lọ ẹ jẹ́ kó lọ ọwọ́n play planky lánàá IPOB is not a terrorist organization anymore kó san 8 billion fún wọn wọ́n fẹ́ fi yẹn máa fi wọ́n fẹ́ fi tún àwọn ọmọ Igbo jẹ wọ́n fẹ́ fi tún àwọn ọmọ Biafra jẹ ẹ rò pé wọ́n stupid bí àwa ni. Koiki àwọn Igbo yẹn ṣe mọ̀ pé àwọn lọ destroy regional government báwo lẹ́yìn ṣe mọ̀ pé àwọn west ò sí láàárín àwọn tó destroy yẹn èyí tẹ̀ dá kankan mọ̀ àwọn west yìí kò sí nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ní gbogbo àgbáyé tí ọwọ́ wọn ò sí níbẹ̀ ọwọ́ wọn báyìí àtẹ̀pọ̀ wọn ó wà níbẹ̀ they were part of the people that destroyed the continent ẹ̀ ń pè l'Africa so tẹ́ bá ń sọ pé àwọn Igbo nígbà regional government Agun Irosi ló destroy regional government báwo lẹ́yìn ṣe mọ̀ pé àwọn British wà behind it báwo lẹ́yìn ṣe mọ̀ ìbọn bastard mo kí ẹ easy dollar mo kí ìyá tó bí mi lọ́mọ èmi ò sí pẹ̀lú rátìrátì o mo ti jẹ́ káwọn mídíà gan mọ̀ àwọn tájọ́ ń ṣe ẹni tó bá náà fẹ́ ti Biafra problem ti nìyẹn mo ní àtàwọn Biafra jọ dúró tán ni torí pé route tó ń gbà yẹn ibẹ̀ gangan lèmi náà lè fi pé ká wà but èmi gbọ́dọ̀ tẹ̀lé àwọn bàbá wa tí à ń pè ní bàbá Akíntóyè torí pé àwọn ni wọ́n lànà àwọn ni lànà. Mo gbọ́ tí yẹn kan ní ó dà pé lọ́dọ̀ ìjìnlẹ̀ idiot yẹn ó ní ìlànà ti lànà mo tún rí bàbá kan náà lánàá ẹ̀yin bàbá wèrè mo rí tí ẹ náà ń sọ jágbajàgba wọ́n ní bàbá Akíntóyè wọ́n ṣà ń sọ gbogbo ẹ̀ in tí bàbá yẹn ṣe tí lè ṣe 200 ẹ̀ mo kí ẹ Ọlákúnlé so ẹ̀yin tẹ máa ń wá sórí platform mi tó bá mọ̀ pé o ò fẹ́ program mi look in tó ń ṣe wo mo lọ sísàlẹ̀ nísìn oúnjẹ ló ń rùn láti sàlẹ̀ báyìí ìyàwó mi dáná lọ́wọ́ báyìí mo wá ń wo kí ló ń wò ọ̀rọ̀ Mohbad lòun ń wò lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ báyìí so there's a lot of things tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ lórí social media you don't have to be here dọ̀kọ̀ wa máa sọ fún mi pé Koiki mò ń gbádùn program ẹ but má máa link àwa àti Biafra papọ̀ bomb bastard ní èmi mo sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ tó bá dẹ̀ sọ pé mo lè sọ lójú ẹ ìwọ sí London màá sọ lójú ẹ pé you're a bomb bastard tẹ bá mọ̀ pé ẹ fáwọn ọmọ Igbo ẹ jẹ́ kó máa lọ ẹ fẹ́ wà nínú Nàìjíríà ẹ fẹ́ marginalize Igbo ẹ dẹ̀ fipò máa work kò lè work mo kí ẹ̀gbọ́n mi Ṣẹ́gun ọ̀nà ìkan la máa múnu méjèèjì Ọlámilékan Zobo mo kí ẹ mo náà bèbí yàtọ̀ sí gbogbo àwọn mídíà tó kù àwọn mídíà tó kù lè máa ṣe èmi yàtọ̀ èmi àtàwọn Biafra alẹ̀pá bíi ṣúgà ni ìyẹn mo ṣe jẹ́ independent I'm not working for anybody independent ni mí ṣé yẹn kan ló fà mí wọ Yorùbá nation ni ẹ̀yin kọ́ lẹ fà mí wọ Yorùbá nation in tó ń pè ní self determination ni pé àwọn tẹjọ́ ń sọ pé ẹjọ́ ń jà fún self determination yẹn ẹ tẹ̀sí kọ́kọ́ jọ make sure pé ẹjọ́ push ẹ̀ ẹ wá máa kọ episode ránù ẹ rò pé stupid people ní gbogbo wa ni orí yín ò pè ẹ̀yin lẹ máa sọ ṣé ẹ̀yin ìyá mi àbẹ́yìn ni bàbá mi lẹ máa sọ fún mi pé kájọ mọ kí ẹja rí shalom my brother ẹ̀yin lẹ máa sọ fún mi pé má bá àwọn ọmọ Igbo ṣe o nítorí pé àwọn ọmọ Igbo yẹn ọ̀dàlẹ̀ ni wọ́n olórí burúkú lẹ́yìn náà ọ̀dàlẹ̀ lẹ́yìn náà ọ̀dàlẹ̀ ló pọ̀ jù ní gbogbo yín one bastard hypocrite Fúlàní kó gbogbo wa lẹ́pọ̀n wọ́n kó wa sábẹ́ wọ́n jẹ́ ká rìn síwájú wọ́n jẹ́ ká lọ sójú kan wọ́n destroy education wa gbogbo tí bàbá Awólọ́wọ̀ ṣe pátá ni wọ́n gbà lọ́wọ́ yín ẹ̀rí kankan ṣe sí yẹn àwọn ọmọ Igbo lẹ́ máa lẹ̀ dí mọ́. àwọn ọmọ Igbo lẹ́ máa lẹ̀ dí mọ́ ìbọn bastard àwọn ọmọ Igbo nìkan lẹ́ máa lẹ̀ dí mọ́ ẹ lọ lẹ̀ dí mọ́ Haúsá ẹ lọ lẹ̀ dí mọ́ àwọn Fúlàní ẹ lè lẹ̀ dí mọ́ wọn Igbo yìí nìkan náà ṣáá ni Igbo yìí nìkan lẹ́ẹ̀lẹ́dì mọ́ kò sẹ́ àwa gan ní agenda tẹ́yìn náà bá sọ pé wọ́n ní agenda ẹ̀yin gan náà ní agenda ẹ̀yin gan ní agenda because Tinubu ò sí bẹ́ẹ̀ nísìn ibo ló ń roko sí ó ń roko sọ́dọ̀ wa in tó ń pè ní nepotism nìyẹn and this is why we are saying this country is no longer working. Màmá rí wọn lórí Twitter ẹ máa bash àwọn Igbo tó bá jẹ́ pé torí Igbo ló ní support mi mọ́ fuck off. Wàláì mo lè lọ ṣe cleaning nílùú yìí láti fi survive tó bá jẹ́ pé torí Igbo tó ń gbọ́ lórí program mi ló ṣe ní support mi mọ́ mo ní kó fuck off ni mo sọ fún ẹ one bastard kò ní dá fún gbogbo yín kò ní dá fún yín ẹ̀yin wèrè àwọn olórí burúkú àwọn politicians yín wọ́n hold ayé yín wọ́n lọ́kẹ̀ báyìí ẹ̀rí nǹkan kan ṣe fún wọn àwọn ọmọ Igbo lẹ́wọ̀n máa lè dín mọ́ one bastard mo kí ẹ Peter Sam ẹ̀yin olórí burúkú tí bá tún rẹ́nì kankan tó bá kọ́mẹ́ǹtì nọ́sẹ̀sì kan máa fún ẹ lépè ìran méjì sọ pé wọ́n ń destroy ayé wa àárín kankan ṣe sí yẹn ẹ wá ń sọ pé ìran kan ẹ nígbà wọ́n ti bí èmi nígbà yẹn ẹ̀yin wèrè ṣé wọ́n ti bí mi nígbà yẹn ṣé wọ́n ti bí wọ́n nígbà yẹn generation tó wà nísìn generation sọ̀rọ̀ sókè ni mo sì sọ fún Simon Ekpa pé anytime tẹ bá gbé ọwọ́ kan bẹ́ẹ̀ fẹ́ attack wa nígbà tá a bá dá dúró tán a máa jọ attack a máa jà para wa ní ìjà kan ló ń jà ní Israel àti Palestine nísìn ẹni máa kú ẹni máa yé ni ẹni máa kú ẹni máa yé ni ẹ rò pé mi wà ní bíbá pé kí a máa èmi máa lé gbogbo yín léré ẹ ń fẹ́ self determination ẹ náà ẹ fáwọn ọmọ Igbo àbí bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́ then let them go láàrin ara wa gan sẹ à ń jẹra wa lẹ́sẹ̀ àwọn ni ẹ Ọ̀tẹ́dọ́lá donate 1 million naira ó fún àwọn 500 àkíní kan àbí 700 student kan ló fún ní 1 million ẹ béèrè pé báwo ni Ọ̀tẹ́dọ́lá ṣe lówó ẹ̀yin born bastard ẹ̀yin lórí burúkú níbo ló ti rí owó níbo ni Ọ̀tẹ́dọ́lá ti rí owó níbo ni Ọ̀tẹ́dọ́lá ti rí owó tó fi ń fún àwọn kan ní 1 million ṣé àwọn 1 million tó fún yẹn nísìn what about the rest of the Yoruba people hypocrite people very very hypocrite tẹ́ ẹ̀ bá careful pẹ̀lú mi èpèlẹ́ máa gbà kò ní dá fún gbogbo yín èpèlẹ́ máa gbà mo ní mi ní last man standing Biafra ń jà pé òun fẹ́ lọ ẹ fẹ́ jẹ́ kó lọ ẹ lè fẹ́ máa marginalize wọn nínú Nàìjíríà kò lè possible gbóhùn sókè láti Morocco mo fi gba kọ́ọ̀bọ̀ nígbà tí ti pè wọlé yẹn ẹ bá gbóhùn sókè ní kíákíá mo gbọ́n kan tẹ́ sọ if I'm disconnected sí mo ní time yẹn láàárọ̀ ẹ̀ náà pé mo ti relax díẹ̀ bá ti relax bá ti padà wá báyìí fire ni máa fún yín bomb bastard mo gbọ́n kan tẹ́ ok ní sùúrù lákò connect wá sí ibà ẹ gbóhùn sókè mo ń gbọ́n yín ní kíákíá ẹ̀yin wèrè ẹ gbóhùn sókè ẹ lọ mú chájà ilé àgbọ́yún
hello
ó yẹ gbóhùn sókè àgbọ́yún nísìn ní àpè látọ̀dọ̀ mi. gbogbo àwọn òlú yẹn Morocco yẹn máa ń block wọn ní WhatsApp wọn gbọ́ ẹ̀ wọ́n jẹ́ kó ṣiṣẹ́ lọ títì kò dàbí Europe wọ́n censor wọn ni wọ́n censor wọn láti bẹ̀rẹ̀ mo kí ìyá mi olórúkọ. What do you actually want? You don't want the Igbo people? Then let them go. Let them be on their own as an independent country. So that a lè mọ̀ pé àwa àti àwọn Hausa lájọ fi máa gbé.
hello Mr. Koiki.
Ẹgbọ́n sókè ní kíákíá. Because ara mi hot láàárọ̀ yìí.
hello.
Ẹgbọ́n sókè. Network yóò da. Ẹyin fún ara mi bá.
Network ni kò ń ṣe láti ní ìgbàgbọ́ ìwò. So nǹkan tí mo kàn fẹ́ sọ ni pé nǹkan tí ẹ̀ ń sọ̀rọ̀ lé lórí àti ìgbàgbọ́ ẹ̀rí nínú láàárọ̀. Ṣẹ́rí tí fókìsì Yorùbá ti pọ̀ jù.
Níbẹ̀ jẹ́ lórí chájà ilé wa.
Mo jẹ́ máa ń sọ fún àwọn èèyàn wípé tòmí Yorùbá ò tí ì jẹ́ tó fẹ́ bọ́ lókùn jẹ́ ní páàtì rẹ̀ sí rẹ̀. Mo máa ń sọ fún àwọn èèyàn wípé tí Ìgbò bá bọ́ lóko ẹrú tó yá 10 years ní Yorùbá tó máa bọ́. Nǹkan tí Yorùbá especially ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀sìn tán gbé wọ yìí kò ní jẹ́ kí Yorùbá bọ́ lóko ẹrú. ẹ máa gbọ́ pé Fúlàní ń pa àwọn èèyàn tẹ́nibọ̀dì tẹ́ bá ti ní tó jẹ́ Muslim Yorùbá á dẹ̀ máa pe rẹ̀ á dẹ̀ máa bá ti ìṣẹ́ Fúlàní tó ń pa ọmọ ìyá tiẹ̀ nínú igbó ẹ wá sí religion of everything. Tí àwọn èèyàn wọn ò jọ ẹni tí wọ́n fẹ́ kúrò nínú ìṣòro wá ìtòjẹ́ wípé gbogbo ìṣòro tí Fúlàní fún wa láyé àwọn èèyàn ríran rí yẹn Ìgbò ni wọ́n máa ń Ìgbò ló wá kọjú sí Ìgbò mélòó lẹ ti rí nínú fíléèjì tó gbébọn kiri tó ń gbé gbogbo ẹ̀sìn tó ń sáwọn èèyàn pa tí àwọn èèyàn wa ìṣòrí wípé wọ́n sì jẹ́ hypocrisy wọ́n sì nífẹ̀ẹ́ Fúlàní tó ń pa àwọn èèyàn wọn nínú fíléèjì ju Ìgbò lọ. Wọ́n á máa sọ nǹkan tí ò dáa nípa Ìgbò káyìí fèsì wọn. Títà yìí máa bá lọ rèé tòbí àti ìjọ ẹni tó fẹ́ bọ́ lóko ẹrú o. Ẹ ṣé gan sà.
Ẹ ṣé gan ni bàbá mi. La mú chájà mi wá ní kàsí. Ìkan lẹ máa mú nínú ẹ̀. Ẹ fẹ́ Nàìjíríà, àbẹ́ fẹ́ Nàìjíríà, but ẹ fẹ́ Nàìjíríà, ẹ dẹ̀ fẹ́ máa marginalize àwọn ọmọ Igbo, Young Can Global, mo kì í sà. Ìkan la máa mú nínú ẹ̀. Wọ́n ti fi hatred ṣẹ́rí hatred tí òyìnbó fi sí wa láàrin òun ni ká kọ́kọ́ destroy. Tá bá ti destroy yẹn àwa manage ara wa. Ẹ fẹ́ destroy hatred yẹn. Do you know hatred? Wọ́n ti gbin ìkà. Hatred wọ́n ti gbin sí wa. Pyjamas torí òtútù máa ní. Torí òtútù la ṣe máa ń wọlé yìí. Ọmọ pọ̀ lè máa tan heater 24/7. Owó ló máa burn. Gáàsì tẹ́yìn ní Nàìjíríà tó bọ̀ kù àwa nídẹ̀ ní bíbà torí òtútù. Èèyàn kan náà láìkì pyjamas tí mo wọ̀ torí òtútù ni la fi ṣe sí báyìí kíkọ́ lọ́n kó ṣàánú wa torí òtútù ni fẹ́ chájì laptop yẹn kó tó yẹ kó máa lọ kú. Àbọ̀rọ̀mọ̀ yẹn nísìn I am not saying that everything is rosy láàrin àwa àti Igbo mò ń bọ̀. Because tá a bá plug laptop yẹn máa disconnect. Ẹ bá bìnrin tẹ́ wà lórí kíní mo mọ̀ bí ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà mo ti rí comment plan B fi mọ̀ bí chat mi ṣiṣẹ́. Tó bá wà expensive fún yín ẹ lè lọ sórí ẹni tó bá dẹ̀ fi pè wọlé màá fún yín ní call kẹ́ pè wọlé mo ti gbìyànjú kan wọlé lórí TikTok bọ́yẹ̀ lè pè sórí studio number màá gbé yín wọlé. I am not saying that we are perfect. I am not saying that kò sí problem ta lè look back to. Mo kí ẹyí tán tó sìn. Mo kí Prince. I'm not a dictator. So tẹ́ bá sọ pé Koiki yes tó ń sọ yẹn problem ti ẹ nìyẹn but a lè ṣe pẹ̀lú àwọn Igbo mo agree. But for now à ń já houseware ní ẹ̀ tó ń pè ní pyjamas gangan lélẹ̀ eléyìí ló ń pè ní pyjamas ó dẹ̀ ní oríṣiríṣi tá a máa ń wọ̀ ìgbà summer yàtọ̀ sígbà winter. Eléyìí ni rob akọ́ máa fi ń yẹ ìwé àti ìyàwó ẹ̀jẹ̀ ń jó nínú ilé. Hello my darling. As for me, Yoruba people must fight for their cause alone. We can't make our religion volatile. Àwọn tó ń jàjà ẹ̀sìn nìyẹn. Ṣẹ́rí gbogbo yẹn Saudi Arabia ló ń play game yẹn. Ṣẹ́rí gbogbo ìjà ẹ̀sìn tó ń lọ Nàìjíríà. Ẹ mú Saudi Arabia, ẹ hold wọn responsible. Gbogbo ẹni mo fi sọ. Ẹ hold Saudi Arabia for all the problems tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ pẹ̀lú religion ní Africa ní Nàìjíríà. Ẹ hold Saudi Arabia responsible. Èèyàn míì pé káwọn yẹn máa lọ ṣe ìjọsìn níbẹ̀ but ẹ hold wọn responsible. Ibẹ̀ kan ni mo ṣe lọ láàárọ̀ yìí. My focus point is on Yoruba nation. Makuro lórí ọ̀rọ̀ àwọn Biafra, but I am not saying that we shouldn't be concerned. I am not saying that we shouldn't be skeptical. But for now, wọ́n fẹ́ lọ, àwa náà fẹ́ lọ. Àfi tó bá jẹ́ pé a fẹ́ lọ, a kàn ń parọ́ fúnra wa. Because ó dára pé gbogbo wa, àwa tá à ń sọ Yoruba nation ni o. Àwọn tó ń ṣe Tinubu, wọ́n ti accept pé Tinubu will be in the government for the next 4 years. I wish Tinubu the best of luck. I wish him everything. But àwọn ń ṣe supporter Tinubu. I can never support him. Because hypocrite náà ni Tinubu fúnra rẹ̀. He's an hypocrite man. èèyàn kan sẹ́ndì kankan sí mi wọ́n ní Mr. Koiki àwọn expect pé Tinubu would be able to dissolve Nigeria by 2025 mo ka gbogbo report yẹn I'm laughing. If you have any message for me, info@koikimedia.com. ẹ jẹ́ lọ sọ́dọ̀ brother mi Shalom ẹgbẹ́ òsókè my brother mo kí gbogbo pé àkójọ mẹ́ta èmi náà máa ń recharge energy mi ni mo kí ya mi Ṣọlá Royal ẹ ló kọ́lá ẹgbẹ́ òsókè à ń gbọ́ yín sà.
ẹ káàárọ̀ Mr. Koiki.
àwa náà kí ẹ káàbọ̀ ẹjọ́ kan pẹ̀lú mo relax ní gbogbo àná náà ni ẹ wà pé body no be wood àwọn òyìnbó sọ.
Of course.
Right,
yeah. So I love the topic because àwọn èèyàn wa Yorùbá á ti sùn jù bóyá ìbẹ̀rù ló ń ṣe wá ní àbójú, because the move the same battle àwa Igbo, Biafra àti Yorùbá tó ń bá Nigerian government jà. Báwo ni àwọn set of Yorùbá máa wà against Igbo? Because gbogbo nǹkan tí wọ́n ń ṣe fún Igbo lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ yẹn, man, ó ti show pé it has a political influence in it. Okay? So bẹ́ẹ̀ nǹkan wà bẹ́ẹ̀ ni pé èmi ti máa ń sọ from time, because I've been saying it from time, it's from experience. Majority àwọn tó wà láàrin àwọn èèyàn wa tí wọ́n sọ pé wọ́n jà fún Yorùbá ni. Majority of them are agents because they will not create a lot of all this situation. Okay, some are put it in the mind of people. See, one man talk okay, àwọn Igbo láti lọ. Okay, tí abájọ dúró ìjà máa ṣẹlẹ̀. Okay, Nigeria máa wá bọ́ǹbù wa. Nigeria ṣe bọ́ǹbù Igbo. Bẹ̀ Igbo sì ń jà because àsìkò yìí nǹkan tó mi kọ́ máa sọ ni pé aláìsí mọ àsìkò tá a wá sí. Bishop náà dẹ́ ti sọ nígbà kan. But àwọn èèyàn wa ni wọ́n ti ń understand àsìkò yẹn. Àsìkò tá a wá ń sìn òun ni Biafra ń lò. Ọlọ́run ti sí àsìkò yẹn lẹ̀ lásìkò yìí. Because àsìkò yìí là ń láti jà ká gbòmìnira wa. Okay? Àsìkò yẹn ni Elédùmarè ti ṣí sílẹ̀. So tí Yorùbá bá lo àsìkò yẹn nísìn kó gbàgbé ẹ̀. Nítorí ẹni pé tí Igbo wọ́n bá tó bá jẹ́ rọ́bà nìkan náà ń ta tó fi ń bá Yorùbá ní tó fi ń bá Nigeria government jà wọ́n máa overcome because we are like to understand àsìkò the period that we are in. Elédùmarè tó ti fi an energy that has already opened in the spiritual realm because the power on the planet is already changed. Ọlọ́run fẹ́ gbé agbára yẹn fún ìlú mi àwa Yorùbá dẹ̀ gangan ni ọmọ aládé mi ti máa ń sọ eléyìí ti pẹ́ Yorùbá gangan lọmọ aládé ìtorí ẹ̀rọ ṣe kó àwọn gatekeeper sell out tó pọ̀ la tí àwọn British and American government tó kó sáàrin Yorùbá nation. Bí ẹ̀rí bí Biafra wọ́n ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ lé Gaddafi jáde ní Biafra kìíní wọn because wọ́n gbàgbé tó bá ti rí any sell out or anything wọ́n lé wọn jáde. Èèyàn mélòó náà ń ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ ní Yorùbá nation wọ́n pọ̀ Yorùbá nation. Ìtorí ni wọ́n ṣe jẹ́ ká lórí lọ síwájú. So, I'd like to know àsìkò the opportunity that the Messiah has given us. Irú ìjà tó ń jà ní Palestinian and Israel thing. I wanted to send you a text message yesterday. I'll tell you, the Israelis, they will never do a land invasion in Gaza. Wọ́n kọ́ máa postpone ẹni. Bẹ̀jọ́ Abáńdra, I will tell you the secret.
No problem.
Wọ́n kọ́ máa postpone ẹni.
I was listening to, I love our program very well, Vantage. Mr. Idris, ẹ yọ gbogbo ọ̀rọ̀ tẹ́yìn sọ yẹn fi yẹn sílẹ̀. Àwọn yẹn, mo sọ fún yín pé local champion làwọn yẹn, àwa international làwà níbí bá Mr. Idris, ọ̀rọ̀ tẹ́yìn sọ, I'm not going to read it out, but ẹgbà yẹn kúrò sí ìgbẹ́, ẹ jẹ́ ká sọ̀rọ̀ gidi níbí bá. I was listening to Vantage.
Yeah.
But I don't want to go in that area, but like you say, Tabarira, I must sound on social media. Yeah, I understand that. Yeah. Thank you so much, my brother. Eshegoni. Brother, mi dáadáa nìyẹn. Ẹni tó sọ̀rọ̀ tán yìí, tẹ́yìn ò bá mọ̀, àwọn ilé ìgbé queen tó kú yẹn, wọ́n gbé lọ sí court. Àwọn kan ń jà with loyalty. Sherry, before I move further, mo start the Twitter space meaning, but mo ní láti lọ mú charger fóònù wa. Mo ní láti lọ sísàlẹ̀ nísìn kó ṣe máa lọ díẹ̀díẹ̀ náà. Ṣé rí Mr. Adégbóyèga ẹ lè send message to me through email gbogbo ilẹ̀ mọ ẹ tó bá kò sí number mi wà public domain ni so you can find my number and you can reach out to me. Let's put this out in context. ìyẹn kan ní I am a disciple of Awolowo and Baba Akintoye but we can't align with Igbos. tẹ́ bá ní we can't align with Igbos kí lẹ mean by that? ṣé a fẹ́ máa lọ máa bára wa sùn là ń sọ ni? à ń sọ pé àwọn kan fẹ́ lọ àwa náà fẹ́ lọ. How does that align? I don't understand. I mean, any Yoruba more to understand. If you are saying that we shouldn't align, what do I mean by that? I go further, Mr. Market, and you can call in, but I'm not going to bring you through the TikTok, the Twitter space. I've been TikTok, that didn't me. But sorry, studio number, me teba my number, and me go my lori, and to my number, I buy sorry TikTok. Sherry teba ni kama align. What do I mean by that? Because the present Nigeria learning, they are aligning and they are holding us back. Tabakuku wa dá dúró gẹ́gẹ́ bí nation a lè deal pẹ̀lú àwọn Igbo yẹn dáadáa in a way that it will be under international law. Ìlú yìí ni mo wà ẹ fi pé gbogbo English fẹ́ kí n wà nílùú yìí ni. I've lived in this country for 25 years. Àwọn English tí mò ń wò yìí nísìn èmi àmà ṣe pé fún mi ní fuck off. Wọ́n ti sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ fún mi rí wọ́n ti abuse mi rí. It doesn't matter if they are using armed struggle ṣáwa lo armed struggle ni ṣáwa lo armed struggle ṣé ẹ ti rí ibi táwa ti kó bọ̀ jáde. And one on low armed struggle. It is their right. The body of if they call low armed struggle, let them dissolve it and let them give it a referendum so they can go. And if they diplomatic, diplomatic, you will be there for the next 30 years. Le buy Yoruba nation fact Toba low armed struggle. Problem to one here. I want low armed struggle. I want low armed struggle. That is their right. And there's every right in this world. I don't know where you are, whether you're using they are using armed struggle because IRA have done the same thing before as well. Àwọn sister yẹn àwọn àǹtí tó ń gbé ní Dublin lẹ́ni nísìn armed struggle ni wọ́n fi gba ara wọn kúrò lọ́wọ́ British. So àwọn lo armed struggle àwọn lo diplomatic. So what does that mean? We are still on the same whatever we are doing but àwọn lo armed struggle. So that is not an evidence. So gbogbo yẹn mo trust sínú rubbish mo jù sínú bin mi ló wà mẹ́rin mo ti jù sínú bin. Ẹ̀yin yẹn ò ṣe evidence. Hatred ìtẹ́ni fáwọn Igbo lèmi sọ nísìn there is so much hatred. Tabade mọ̀ pé I hate wọn mo kí àlùkà then ẹ jẹ́ ká jẹ́ kó máa lọ kí Tinubu jẹ́ kó máa lọ. So you are in abroad. My thing is we don't want Nigeria to militarize our region. But ṣé wọ́n ti militarize ẹ̀? Ilẹ̀ Igbo nìkan ló militarize. So gbogbo pé à ń align pẹ̀lú wọn yẹn they are not going to militarize Yoruba land because tó bá ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ wọ́n mọ̀ pé Yoruba wọ́n máa rise up. But ṣé ó wá dà bó ṣe ń ṣe genocide nílẹ̀ Igbo tó ń pa wọ́n? Kò ní dá fún bàbá ẹ̀ mò ń bọ̀ Nàìjíríà máa dúró dè mí Nàìjíríà lórí burúkú ọmọ àlè èmi ni kò máa dúró dè ìyá jẹ ṣégèsè lára. So gbogbo yẹn ń ṣe evidence Mr. Market Mastro ní evidence because látijọ́ tí wọ́n ti marginalize àwọn Igbo níjọ́ wo ni wọ́n ti militarize ilẹ̀ Yorùbá látijọ́ táwọn ọmọ Igbo ti ń bá gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì jà láti Buhari títí dé ìjọba Tinubu níjọ́ wo ló kó sójà wá sí checkpoint ọ̀dọ̀ tiwa so gbogbo yẹn kò ń ṣe evidence ìyẹn ń ṣe ta lè báyìí ẹ wá ń kàn mí tẹ̀tún máa mú jáde. That is a complete lie. What we are saying is that they are asking for one thing, we are asking for one thing as well. If they are pushing, táwọn push àwa la nà gẹ̀rẹ̀ sọ́bọ̀ àwa la stupid àwa la ti fẹ́ máa ṣe ọmọlúàbí láti fẹ́ àwọn náà wọ́n ṣe ọmọlúàbí mọ́ ẹ fún wọn ní referendum kọ́ máa lọ we are not one anyway. Tẹ́ bá dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé ẹ fún wọn ní referendum then they will use armed struggle. Armed struggle is not new in the world. So gbogbo yẹn tó bá yẹ bá abroad lẹ́wà I'm sure you understand much better than that. I'm sure you know that because ẹni tó bá ń gbé lá abroad ó yàtọ̀ sẹ́ni tó ń gbé Nàìjíríà tó yẹ pé information is very very minimal. Kí ló ń pè ní IRA? The IRA were using armed struggle. Oxford Circus tẹ̀ ń wò yẹn wọ́n blue ẹ̀ kò ń ṣe mẹ́ta kò ń ṣe mẹ́rin mo kí àmì Felicia Àjàgbé. So ẹ má máa wá síbí ìbàmọ́ mo kí Grandma Comfort láti máa defend pé wọ́n ń lo armed struggle and for that reason we should not align with them. Ṣèbó òun ló ti sọ nísìnyí pé wọ́n kọ́ máa pè wọ́n ní terrorist ṣèbó lórí burúkú Buhari ló pè wọ́n ní terrorist. Ṣé lọ́kàn ara yín ṣé yìí feel pé Biafra is a terrorist organization? So nígbà tẹ́ bá mọ̀ nípa àwọn Irish ẹ ṣe wá ń sọ pé àwọn Igbo ń lo armed struggle ṣé àwọn ń lo armed struggle so ẹ kàn defend irọ́ ni because most of you Yorùbá hypocrite ni ẹ jẹ́ ká face àwọn olóṣèlú wa gangan tó ń hold wa padà because everybody knows that the reason why the country is not okay now many people are sọ pé federal kí ni state ń ṣe láti make sure pé then gbogbo okay let's use this as an argument brother kan send the voice kan sí mi ẹ jẹ́ kí n play voice ẹ̀ jáde ìmọ̀lówà àná ni brother yẹn send the voice wo ni brother yẹn send sí mi ó ní Mr. Koiki gbogbo àwọn tó máa ń sọ pé káwa Yorùbá wá dáwó fáwọn security ilẹ̀ Yorùbá orí ó ṣe jẹ́pà la fẹ́ dáwó owó tó ń fún àwọn gọ́vnà wa níbo lólórí burúkú wọn kó sí àwọn olòṣì gbogbo owó tó ń gbà ní security budget where is all the money níbo ló kó sí níbo ni wọ́n kówó yẹn sí wọ́n ti ná owó yẹn wọ́n ti fi ṣe nǹkan míì the only person tí mo ṣì rí kódà kó fẹ́ distribute owó yẹn òun ni gọ́vnà Ọ̀ṣun state Adeleke ẹ jẹ́ ká gbọ́ audio yìí ẹ jẹ́ ká jọ gbọ́.
Good morning, Mr. Koiki. How is everything over there? Please, I want to come out with an idea, please, that we are sisters. Ṣé mo pé Tinubu àti àwọn bó ṣe ń lo àwọn bó ṣe Nàìjíríà bó ṣe lọ online?
Ẹni sùúrù. Ṣẹ̀rí orí platform wa a máa agree to disagree. Ibi tẹ́mi gbé nílé mo like feedback. But ẹ má sọ fún mi pé Koiki o ti ń align pẹ̀lú àwọn Igbo jù. Ṣé ìgbà tí mo align pẹ̀lú ṣé mo ní káwọn ọmọ tiwa lọ kó bọ̀ jáde? Ìjọ́ rẹ̀ ti rí tí mo jáde tí mo sọ pé armed struggle la máa fi gba Yorùbá nation. Mo kàn sọ pé a máa jà ní. Mo ti sọ yẹn láti 3 years ago. Tàbádẹ́ mọ̀ páì tí rẹ̀ dìpá fẹ́ jà ẹ ká máa ṣe Yorùbá nation báyìí kí máa wá báyìí kí máa dírẹ́sì báyìí kájọ máa lara wa lóye títí everybody máa fi ready. You say something right now, you say security vote, our politicians are our big problem. Why are they our bigger problem? So what do we do to dissolve all these bigger problems? We must deal with them, but the only way we can deal with them is ká máa pariwo mọ́ wọn báyìí ká máa ṣàlàyé fún àwọn èèyàn pé tẹ́ bá mọ̀ pé problem wà ní ìwé ìlérí ẹ ní kí politicians yìí kó security lọ síbẹ̀ but they don't want to do that. Mo ti gbọ́ ẹ ọ̀fẹ́ máa donate owó kí là ń donate owó fún? The money is there already. There is so much money in Yoruba land that our governors are taking. But they are not using the money, they are using the money for themselves. Mo ti gba kọ́ ọ̀kọ̀ọ̀kan ní ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ sùúrù, mo fẹ́ ka gbọ́dọ̀ ìtàn délẹ̀.
Mo rí pé I think that Tinubu kò kẹ́ ọ̀ kò gbọ́ nǹkan tó ń lọ nílẹ̀ Yorùbá. Ṣé rí Yoruba World Media mọ̀ pé you are a member. That is why I'm telling you this because I didn't have the number. But I know that you'll be able to explain or even more.
Mr. Market Master, thank you, sir.
With your own idea, láti put statements down for. Share the content we right now. Security votes have been given to all governors because nínú program àwọn World Media YWM where we should started donating for Iwerele to assist.
Why should we be donating money when our governors have security vote over? At least I heard Adeleke said it's about 500 million. So if it is about can you plug it and then give me the cable? Just plug it. Thanks. Okay, I'll go with the rest. If it is 500 million, need security vote. Mumbo, am I doing? Oṣù mi láti wá ẹ̀wọ̀n pé ìtàbání náà àjọ máa manage. So mo fẹ́ gbé because tí bá máa charge lé àwọn tó wà lórí Twitter space tó bá yá nísìnyí ní gbọ́n kankan mọ́. Mo kí ọgbẹ́ni tẹ́ wà lórí Twitter space. Thank you so much and I hope everybody can. Ṣé gbogbo yín gbọ́ mi dáadáa ṣá? I pray Eledumare give Baba Akintoye long life to lead us to the final destination. Ìyẹn gangan ló ṣe kókó jù and I thank you so much. I want us to share the platform mi. Mo fẹ́ kẹ́ agree pẹ̀lú gbogbo tí bá ń sọ. But mo kàn fẹ́ kájọ máa gbé yẹ̀wò. Ẹ wo orú ẹ̀gbọ́n mi ní ẹni sí wọ́n ní àti align pẹ̀lú wọn. Ṣé èmi àti Ìgbòho ní káwọn èèyàn kó bọ̀ síta ni? táwọn bá ń lo arm struggle lọ́dọ̀ tí wọn àwọn làwọn ń lo arm struggle àwọn ò lo arm struggle tó bá yẹ pé arm struggle là ń lò ní àti máa gbóná ju bó ṣe yẹ lọ wọ́n rẹ̀ tí militarize ilẹ̀ wa. So thank you so much just ẹ jẹ́ ká padà sórí brother to send audio sí mi wọ́n dárúkọ pé kí ni ibo ni security vote wa why should there be security problem in Yoruba land and moreover Tinubu ti débẹ̀ nísìn so we expect even the security of Yoruba land to be what to be top notch ó jẹ́ kí ẹ lè travel anytime any day within Yoruba land I'm not even saying nílẹ̀ Igbo ó jẹ́ kí wọ́n lè travel any one of us within the Yoruba land from Kogi lọ sí Kwara wá sí Ondo lọ sí Ekiti lọ sí Ọ̀ṣun lọ sí Ọ̀yọ́ lọ sí Lagos State we should be able to travel without being worried or scared but lady nísìn majority of us cannot travel even to our hometown you know, the easiest way to conquer this old politician is to disarm Nigerian force ẹ jẹ́ ká máa gbọ́dọ̀ yẹn lọ délẹ̀.
Because some people are going to die on the day láti help. Yes. Àgbọ̀ security vote tó ń fún gbogbo àwọn gómìnà wa pápátá ní South West kí ló fi ń ṣe.
Mo ń béèrè lọ gbogbo wa láàárọ̀ yìí ẹ jẹ́ ká tẹ̀ agree sójú kan gbogbo security vote tó ń fún Sanwó-Olú Babájídé Kápọ́nwọlé His Excellency gbogbo security vote tó ń fún His Excellency Dàpọ̀ Abíọ́dún gbogbo security vote tó ń fún Ṣèyí Mákindé His Excellency gbogbo security vote tó ń fún Akérédolú ìyẹn tẹ̀ tí ń gbé nìbàdàn ìyẹn ti fi ó ti èèyàn kan ní they use the money carry yansh for Lagos ẹ̀yẹn tẹ̀ wà lórí TikTok ẹ̀ dá rárá ẹ jẹ́ ká serious ọ̀rọ̀ tó serious là ń sọ níbi ìbàyẹ̀ Ọlọ́run so nígbà tí a bá ti ń sọ yansh nísìn tí bá dẹ̀ ti ń sọ yansh àwọn èèyàn nígbà kankan mọ́ yansh yẹn nìkan ló máa wà létí wọn gbogbo security vote tó ń fún Yàyà Bello olórí burúkú tẹ̀ nìyẹn ebi ọ̀dà pé gómìnà ni Yàyà Bello Ọlọ́run ló mọ gbogbo security vote yẹn ó ti kó jẹ́ gbogbo security vote tó ń fún èyí tó wà ní Kwara State àti agbolótùkù Èkìtì oyè báyìí tí ẹ má bínú mo fẹ́ sneeze ni òkè kò tí wà kí ni wọ́n fi ń ṣe ìyẹ̀kọ́ ní olóṣó ni ẹ má sọ̀rọ̀ ìdí nínú ẹ má dàbàtì program ẹ má gbé ọ̀rọ̀ ìdí wá àwọn kan máa ń ṣe program yẹn ní ọ̀rọ̀ ìdí nǹkan kan àwọn sọ̀rọ̀ ìdí ní bíbà mo kí Ajé Abọ́lá mo kí mà mo tún béèrè lọ gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá láàárọ̀ yìí gbogbo security vote tán ti ń fún wọn látijọ́ tí Buhari ti wọ ẹ tẹ̀ sọ pé kàtẹ̀sí fi Tinubu sílẹ̀ Tinubu ṣẹ̀dé bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ó ṣe nọ́ọ̀sì lọ́wọ́ ni ẹ bá mi béèrè ẹ ṣe gan ni ìyá mi Beauty Adelove gbogbo security vote yẹn kí ló fi ń ṣe àwọn kan dẹ̀ máa sọ pé torí àwa gbé Yorùbá nation dání nísìn ṣẹ́rí tó bá ń sọ pé tẹ bá ń gbọ́ tán ní àwọn ọmọ ogun let me put it this way kò sí ìkọ̀kan tó ń jẹ́ ọmọ ogun okay kò sí anybody tó ń jẹ́ ọmọ ogun they are just like Boy Scout ẹni òkè Boy Scout náà ní right láti máa ṣe patrol tó bá fún wọn láyè if it's a society that is working lẹ́ẹ̀kọ̀ọ̀kan wọ́n lè draft àwọn Boy Scout wá pé wọ́n fẹ́ ṣe event kan nísìn tó bá fẹ́ ṣe event ní bọ́rọ̀ mi nígbà míì wọ́n máa draft àwọn Boy Scout àti Girl Scout wọ́n máa wá ṣe kíni wọ́n máa wá assist ọlọ́pàá nígbà míì tí problem bá pọ̀ jù ìyẹn ló máa lọ ń draft àwọn wọ́n ní Ondo State is the worst ẹ má yẹ kí grandma Comfort ológun jà gbọ́ yẹn o tó bá need the extra hand lọ ṣe máa lọ ń draft sójà láti máa wà nínú barracks ni so in tí mo fẹ́ point out láàárọ̀ yìí ni pé mo kí bàbá mi Adéyẹmọ Òjó Samuel ẹni tí ìbá ti dárúkọ ẹ má fi ṣèbínú bàbá mi Ọ̀nà Adéọlá mo kí yín sà mo kí ìyá mi Sekinat Ọmọwùnmí èyí tí mo fẹ́ confam ni pé kí ló ń fi àwọn security vote yẹn kí ló fi ṣe for 8 years nígbà tó lórí burúkú Buhari wà níbẹ̀ àti Ọ̀ṣínbàjò bomb bastard ṣé mọ̀ pé kíní nísìn Láolú Àkàndé mo rí pẹ̀lú Ṣeun Ọ̀kínbálóyè níjọ́ ìjẹta nísìn mo sì fẹ́ ṣe program lé lórí mo kí ẹ̀ jáyàjáyà my brother dada ọjọ́ tutọ́ sí wa lára ní oríṣiríṣi station ni àti gbẹ̀du àwa mẹ́tẹ̀ẹ̀ta yẹn nígbà tá a lọ ń pín flyer Yorùbá nation ní 3 years ago wọ́n tutọ́ sí wa lára nísìn ni àwọn the same people nísìn ti ń complain because owó ti lọ sókè inflation wà nísàlẹ̀ ẹ jẹ́ ká sì fìyẹn sílẹ̀ my question sí gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá láàárọ̀ yìí ni pé kí ló dé ta ṣe láti máa jáyà nílẹ̀ Yorùbá nígbà tó ń fún àwọn èèyàn ní security vote up to the tune of 500 million every year ṣọmọ tí 500 million yẹn lè ṣe wọ́n lè draft Àmọ̀tẹ́kùn kọ́ fún wọn ní more training wọ́n lè fún wọn ní more ammunition but Buhari olórí burúkú nígbà tí Akérédolú tẹ̀ try ó fẹ́ empower àwọn àmọ̀tẹ́kùn brother yìí sọ nísìnyí pé iṣẹ́ Tinubu nísìnyí ni pé ó gbọ́dọ̀ empower security ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ká lè fi pa àwọn olórí burúkú tó ń pa wá àwọn olóńpa wá kò ń ṣe Ìgbò ló ń pa yín ẹ jẹ́ ká sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ jẹ́ ká sọ̀tọ̀ fúnra wa ṣé ní gbogbo ọ̀rọ̀ Ìgbò yẹn Ìgbò kọ́ ló ń pa wá Ìgbò lè máa pa wá through drugs pharmaceutical drugs tó ń gbé wá fake wọ́n lè máa pa wá through other things but physically ta ṣì ń rí for now àwọn Fúlàní ló ń pa wá ṣé wá rí gbogbo àwọn tí Ìgbò tẹ̀ ń sọ yẹn it is government policy government ló láti deal pẹ̀lú àwọn yẹn Ìgbò tó bá ń ta fake drug tó ń ṣe fake drug ní Lagos State ó gbọ́dọ̀ lọ sí court ló dé gbọ́dọ̀ dájọ́ ẹ̀ tó bá yẹ pé ó máa kú sẹ́wọ̀n ni kó wà lẹ́wọ̀n but ṣe rí problem táwọn ni pé a ti ń líǹkì ọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá nation a ti ń fi ìtara pé torí tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ní 90 something yẹn ìyẹn la ṣe ń gbé dání sọ́wọ́ èmi ò tí ì bí èmi nígbà yẹn o generation mi lè léyìí mo kí ẹ ìwà pẹ̀lú ẹ̀wà mo gbọ́dọ̀ kí ẹ dáadáa ẹ ó tọ́jọ́ mẹ́ta tí mo ti rí yín lórí program bọ̀ a lè má kí yín àwọn dúró tán látọdún mẹ́ta ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn sisters wa tájọ bẹ̀rẹ̀ wọ́n kódà ẹlòmíì ti ní olè ní Koiki èmi kan tẹ̀ sọ nìyẹn nínú àwọn group yín ẹni olè ní Koiki ẹ olè náà ní mí at least èmi sọ fún yín pé mi ni last man standing so mo kí ẹ dáadáa ìwà pẹ̀lú ẹ̀wà kò ní bàjẹ́ fún ẹ Ọlọ́run bá ń dúró tí gbogbo àwọn grandchildren and thanks for the love bí ṣe ń rí ní gbogbo platform we know that some of you are still very loyal bó pẹ́ bóyá Nàìjíríà máa pín in tó máa pín ó ń súnmọ́ bọ̀ kẹ̀kẹ̀rẹ̀ ni the question is what are okay ẹ máa ń sọ pé ẹ fẹ́ Yorùbá nation ẹ jẹ́ ká tẹ̀ kọ́kọ́ sọ pé kí ló dé tí a ní security nílẹ̀ Yorùbá because gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wá ṣe ń sọ ní sí pé ẹ Koiki ẹ àwa tá à ń ṣe Yorùbá nation ká lọ máa kọ́ àwọn ọmọ ẹ mọ ìtọ́ fi ń train sójà ni ẹ wọ ọ̀rẹ́ àwọn Israel sójà òrùbọ́ ṣe dúró dáadáa òrùbọ́ American sójà it cost thousands if not millions láti train sójà kan ṣé mi ló ń bá wí Roland pé o lè ní gbogbo yín mo fẹ́ kó repeat ẹ̀ dáadáa ṣé mi ló ń bá wí àbáwọn governors torí tó bá ní o lè ní gbogbo wa mo fẹ́ kó repeat ẹ̀ kí wọ́n bú bàbá àti ìyá ẹ̀ mo ti bú wọn nísìnyí o mo kàn fẹ́ kó repeat ẹ̀ again àwọn governor yín kọ́wọ́ jà àwọn lórí burúkú ẹ̀ ní pé wọ́n ló lè ṣé ní Yorùbá nation ẹ fi pé billions of naira kan ti lọ láàrin ẹ̀ tó ti kó jẹ mo fẹ́ kó repeat ẹ̀ ni o mo fẹ́ kó repeat ẹ̀ tó bá yẹ pé ọmọ ọkọ nìyẹn tó bá ṣe mi ló ń bá wí fine tó bá tẹ́ gbé mi ló ń bá wí màá bú ìyá ẹ̀ màá bú bàbá ẹ̀ bomb bastard wọ́n kówó jẹ for 500 million naira ẹ multiply by 8 years táwọn governors yẹn fi ń kówó yẹn jẹ kí ló fi ṣe ẹ wá máa wá sí bíbá ẹ máa sọ jágbajàgba pẹ̀lú àwọn tẹ́tẹ́ ń kọ́bọ̀ MTN tẹ́gbẹ́ dáná àti Glo ẹ̀yin olórí burúkú àwọn ọmọ àlè kí ni wọ́n fi gbogbo owó security vote kí ló fi ṣe kò ní da fún bàbá tó bí ẹ kò ní sóríire ogun máa pa bàbá ẹ ni Nigeria will happen to you olórí burúkú ọmọ àlè mo mọ̀ pé mi náà ló ń bá wí ìyẹn ọmọ àlè àwọn tó ń kówó yín jẹ ẹ ní lọ bá wọn àwọn tó ń ṣe Yorùbá nation àwọn yẹn lè máa lẹ̀ dín mọ́ àwọn lòṣì ìyẹn nìyá ṣe máa jẹ yín kú mo ti sọ fún yín pé ìyá máa jẹ yín kú pẹ̀lú ọ̀rọ̀ Tinubu tẹ wà nínú ẹ̀ ṣèyí Tinubu máa kúkú máa gbádùn ni bó ṣe máa gbólóṣó ló máa gbá ọmọ dẹ́ndẹ́n á máa dẹ̀ lọ lórí private jet èyí tó kù ẹ jẹ mo yóò yà ẹnu ẹni gbogbo àjọ wà kémi tó jìyà ìyàwó mi tẹ ń bìrì ní pé ṣé mo ti parí program tán ni mo ní náà oníbàálẹ̀ mi iṣu ti fẹ́ rẹ́dí o ẹ̀mú tó bá ti rẹ́dí ẹ pè mí ẹ má bínú mo fẹ́ set kìíní ìpadà ni kí n tó lé ẹ kúrò lórí platform àwọn bù ìyá àti bàbá ẹ̀yin olórí burúkú ọmọ àlè àwọn governors yín wọ́n ń lò yín ṣèbọn nísìlẹ̀ ń jìyà báyìí nísìn ẹ máa jẹ mo yóò yà ni mo sọ fún yín so now into ẹ̀ka béèrè bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ẹ ṣe gan ni jàre my sister okay you watch on the YouTube mo rí náà ni mo ṣe ń wonder ni so the question is who is suffering ṣé Koiki ló ń suffer look mo lè rìn láti bíbà ìdè Manchester kò sí bàbá ńlá ẹni tó máa mú mi wọ́n bí wọ́n dání sí kò rìn láti àdúgbò kan sádùúgbò kan because èyí lè ń suffer èyí lè wà ní Nàìjíríà I am 6,000 kilometers away from Nigeria kí Fúlàní tó jí mi gbé nílùú yìí gramiske British government ó wà involved ìjọ tẹ́ ẹ̀ bá ti rí mi pé wọ́n ní Koiki o tọ́ọ̀dẹ̀ sọ pé mo ṣẹ̀ gramiske the British government is inside as well it's an inside job. Mr. Ma, you are the same with Nigeria politicians. You know who is called Tom living in Italy. Ta ló ń jẹ́ Tom. àbí kò fi dá fún ilé ìta ló ń jẹ́ Tom tó ń gbé ní Italy àbí bomb bastard ni wọ́n ni. So anyway, let's continue. If none of your governors ṣe dandan ni kò rójú mi ni ìkẹyà ń gbọ́ voice àwọn kan ń gbọ́ voice wọ̀ rójú wa. If none of your governors can account for the security votes, if ìtorí pé background light ni ẹ kò reflect ni ẹ má worry nípa ẹ manage ẹ bẹ́ẹ̀ kí lẹ fẹ́ fojú mi ṣe èbí bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ń bú mi náà nìyẹn kí lẹ fẹ́ fojú mi ṣe. If none of your governor can account for no kò ń ṣe camera ibi tí bí ṣe gbé ni tí bá gbé wá báyìí ṣe rí kó clear but torí pé ibi tó wà ni and there's nothing I can do to that, so ẹ manage ẹ bẹ́ẹ̀ ẹ jẹ́ ká jọ máa manage ẹ bẹ́ẹ̀ reflection yẹn ni òun ló jẹ́ kó look dark. If none of your governors can account for security votes, then there's a problem. Alábòsí ni gbogbo yín. Èyí tó yẹ ká mú mọ́lẹ̀ pé kí ló dé tí kò sí security nílẹ̀ Yorùbá. Even if we are not doing Yoruba nation, ṣé kò yẹ kó sí security nílẹ̀ Yorùbá? Why are some of you scared to travel from point A to point B? Why are you all scared? Why are you scared? It's because you are going to suffer for the negligence of not holding your representative accountable. And that is why some of you are, you are living in abject poverty. And you will continue to live in that abject poverty because you refuse to hold them accountable for the current state of situation in Nigeria. And this is why we are now saying that, okay, fair enough, there's a problem. What is the problem? The problem is they refuse to restructure the country. They refuse to put the country back to work. Rather, the country is going backwards and backwards and backwards. How long do you want to wait before the progress of Nigeria is going to happen in your lifetime? How long? Nigeria refused to work for the last 24 years. You have been told lies upon lies upon lies. Every now and then they are telling you lies. But the question is, who is going to hold them responsible? Ẹ̀yin lẹ máa hold them responsible. And these politicians are very smart. They want the same system to continue. They want the system to continue as it is so that way they can suppress the masses. And this is why I will play this one to back it up. This was Seun Okinbaloye with one of your fraudulent politicians some few days ago. I'm sure some of you watched Seun Okinbaloye. He was asked, why are you not buying a vehicle made in Nigeria? He was never going to give a correct answer.
Downloaded the team app yet? If you don't have it, you should get it.
Asked. I can't remember his name.
You can get it. RGB wireless speaker.
He was one of the lawmakers.
Free speakers are...
Seun Okinbaloye asked him.
Tomorrow, before we get into
so we are doing analysis of what happened between
2004 and 2021. The Senate Committee's investigation disclosed that the NLNG had generated substantial revenues over the years, including dividends and tax payments to the government. The letter emphasized that the NNPCL's decision to divert the $34.2 billion from the Federation lacked legal backing. They called on the Minister of Finance to direct the NNPCL to remit this sum to the Federation account. It also warned that possible legal action at the Federal High Court to recover the funds if the request was not honored by the minister. Also seeking the court's directive for the NLNG to remit dividends in Nigeria to the Federation account. The letter was signed by Mr. Femi Falana. Before we get into that, we'll also be analyzing for you tonight the Supreme Court, the anticipation, and some of those things that you need to expect as the Supreme Court will be delivering judgment tomorrow.
The judgment has been delivered. If you are not aware, Tinubu remains the president for the next 4 years, and whatever he wants to do, good luck to Nigerians and good luck to Tinubu. But we will be here to remind a lot of you that it is still the same northerners that will control Bola Tinubu for the next 4 years. 4 years he only has, and it's entirely up to him to fix Nigeria or not fix Nigeria. That is not my problem. That is the problem of Bola Tinubu. Let's go back again and listen to Seun Okinbaloye.
With your political roundup stars.
We don't need all this. Let's forward.
Senate for the candidate.
Let's forward. Now, let's listen to this.
You talk about ministerial positions.
directors, the government circles, armed sex, even the judiciary, the justices of the Court of Appeal, the High Court judges, not to talk of the Supreme Court justices. You check out the vehicle they are using. They are using the same utility vehicle that we're talking.
One bill away. Reason does they need the motor 160 million. Point mo fẹ́ mú gangan bẹ́ẹ̀ tó bá ti débẹ̀ máa wá elaborate yẹn dáadáa.
Assembly endurance
mo kí ọkọ Afọláyan.
But the vehicles they buy for our legislatures. Let me tell you, we need these vehicles for oversight.
Okay, nobody argues that they don't need the money, the vehicle for oversight. Nobody has issue with that. But the question is, why are you buying a Toyota when you can buy a locally made vehicle assembled in Nigeria so that we can save the forex? Let's listen to these politicians. These are the politicians that are holding you back, not those that are campaigning for Yoruba Nation. Let's go ahead.
We use these vehicles to travel all over our constituencies. And
because the roads are very bad, so they need a very durable car, or SUV, or Prado, or whatever they're planning to buy.
And you find out that after 4 years, the value of this vehicle, it depreciates. And at the end of 4 years, the final value, they will ask us to pay and go with the vehicle. When I was in the House of Reps, that was done.
Last House of Reps, they move to Senate, so they are just moving around, moving around.
The House of Reps is still with you. You took it on, but I paid for it at the end of the day. How much did you pay for it at the end? I cannot remember now. Cannot remember.
What was it? Truth and question. Moki Baba Prophet, Moki Prophet Elijah. Let's go ahead again.
What's price? Because we've used it for 4 years. Not a reduced. But a very reduced price because of the depreciation.
But you are depreciated, Ben, definitely.
Yeah. So let me ask you, some of the senators who are present, who are returning senators right now, they will get also new vehicles. The one that they used in that assembly, 4 years ago. 4 years ago. The depreciated value as at the time they left. They paid for it.
So it's not 100% theirs.
But they paid. It's not that they didn't take it from.
Okay, so the lawmakers are not meant to pay proratively for the vehicles. No, it's supposed to be a purchased vehicle for you. It's an official vehicle.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be given to you by the government.
Yeah.
That's right.
Well, but at the end of the day, one more manipulated. Government ló gbé mọ́tò fún wọn, but wọ́n máa rà padà lọ́wọ́ government. What tí ń ṣe yẹn kò ń ṣe léènì kò ń ṣe lánàá. That has been the way Nigeria runs. Let's go ahead.
So if you do not want to take it home after 4 years, you leave it.
You leave it.
But it's supposed to be paid. It's not as though I have an official vehicle as a channel staff.
Yeah.
Because of my status.
Yeah.
Because of my level here, working here.
Yeah. Yeah.
So in some other clients, what you have is that you pay instrumentally for a vehicle like that until you finish paying it.
No,
that is not your case.
Yeah.
So Nigeria is buying these vehicles for these lawmakers.
Yeah. And at the end of your tenure, the depreciated value, they cost it. You pay for it.
Okay. Yeah. So how much is this vehicle?
Let me even tell you. The cost of this vehicle, they are not even determined by us.
You call them determine definitely another body Senate to determine.
We have a department just like every other
department.
Just like every other agency of government that is in charge of procurement.
Hi, I'm Caroline from
One is Senator Karima ló ń sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn ọmọ olè barawo àwọn Nigerians ò ní rí yẹn but on my wá sórí social media wọ́n máa point finger pé èyí tẹ̀ ń ṣe Yorùbá nation ẹ ti kówó jẹ èyí tẹ̀ ń ṣe Yorùbá nation ìbolówó wà èyí bomb bastard.
And I'm going to show you how one property deal you can sack your boss and live off the cash flow for the rest of your life. So here is my student Donna who followed the system.
You see, the vehicle that you're buying for senators and the one you're buying for House of Reps, they are the same price.
So they are buying Land Cruiser too.
No, they are buying, I think, Prado.
Okay.
But the Prado.
So àwọn tó wà nísàlẹ̀ àwọn House of Reps $Easy mo kí ẹ dáadáa kú tọ́jú àbúrò ẹ̀ àwọn tó wà nísàlẹ̀ they are buying Prado but àwọn tó wà lókè àwọn lọ sí èyí tó wà higher ẹ jẹ́ ká máa gbọ́ lọ.
The presiding officers maybe they are buying Land Cruiser.
So what is the price at which it is being sold to the lawmakers?
Mo kí gbogbo àwọn Muslim Association of Nigerians mo kí gbogbo àwọn Muslim Association of Nigerians Christians as well mo kí gbogbo yẹn alásàlátù mo kí ẹ Paris Arole Odua mo kí ẹ thank you so much. Mommy is online, stop swearing please. Okay, mommy were online. Oda. I swear. I'm not being mommy. Oh yeah, go on, okay.
How did you determine the price? Just like.
And bomb bastard is not a swearing word, okay? So Endoba Chokwe bomb bastard is not a swearing. It's just my own phrase. And there's nothing I can do to that. Bomb bastard ni gbogbo. Bones okay, Olori Buruku.
Procurement
Act. Okay.
For items that you are procuring.
Procuring.
The market price.
Oh, you go take what you.
Plus 25% profit margin. And
the
VAT, the hard VAT also. There's 7.5% VAT. You know that VAT will be taken back. Even the 25% that is added, they will still take away the normal tax of 5% from it. Now, as I'm talking to you,
seriously.
Some of the vehicles that were purchased in 7th assembly, 9th assembly, they have not been fully paid for.
Problem here.
Like you are a businessman that they bought vehicle from you 7 years ago at say I'm not even telling you now it's 160 million.
That's what we understand. That's what I'm asking. We understand that that's how much it's going to cost, 160 million.
I've just said something now, sure. If you go to an outlet in Abuja and you're going to pay cash, or you're going to transfer money to them outrightly, you can get it at 150.
The same thing, maybe by now. To bá fẹ́ ra mọ́tò, tó bá máa san ní instrumental, ó máa ní VAT, ó máa ní APR tó máa wà lórí ẹ̀. So o lè ra ní the same price tó bá yẹ pé o fẹ́ ra ní one off. Àwọn kan lè ra ní one off tó bá yẹ pé olówó ni ẹ́. Ìwọ ló fẹ́ ra ní one off. Àwọn kan ní wọ́n máa ń ṣe ó ní àwọn family friend wa kan dẹ́ pé every year ló máa upgrade mọ́tò tiẹ̀. Á gbé padà lọ sí showroom, wá gbé tuntun ló máa ń drive every year. So but in terms of tí mo fẹ́ fàyọ gangan nínú conversation because ó dàbí pé ó ń pẹ́ ibi tí mo lead gangan kò tí jáde òun ni pé these are the same set of Nigerians lè question àwọn representative yìí why is it that they are buying a Toyota àwọn kọ́lá ní Toyota it's not our brand there is now people that are making made in Nigeria vehicle why are they not patronizing those vehicles. He was unable to give a clear answer. In terms of the same thing, in terms of Nigeria is a shithole. Only standard the one, Tiwa, okay, the Nigeria standard is part of the reason why the Yoruba must not be part of that standard. Because standard yet it dropped down drastically. Ejeka continue. Tamafi piki benye. Both okay, she walk about it.
Well, I don't know. But nobody will supply you that vehicle if you are not going to pay. I've just said something now. That some people are being home for vehicle purchase for 7 years ago. So you have to give them a profit margin. If not, the loss will be too much. Right. Because we are not going to pay outrightly.
So, Senator, let's keep the
let's
oh yes,
use
you're
the
right.
160 million
Figure.
let's use
There's
it
no doubt about
140 million. And you say you chose Land Cruiser over Prado.
For whatever reason.
I said Prado, the House of Rep guys. So why did the senators use Prado instead of Land Cruiser?
Well, Prado.
You see,
because status
is being the practice. When I was in House of Rep, while we were using Camry, senators use.
Prado. Why once you use a Land Cruiser don't cost 160 naira, 160 million? Only status and one. Oh yes, we understand their status, but the question is, this is a burden for a country that doesn't have money, or for a country that is struggling. One can struggle, but and already broken one of a struggle. They are not ready to struggle. They are not ready to struggle. Owola it is 1,570 to £1. One this man has been in government for the last 8 years, and they are not ready to go. Tell them Senate at the House. As long as you can manipulate yourself with your constituency, you can be there for a very long time. These are the people that are meant to cut their coats, because the country is struggling. Nigeria is struggling. But rather, what a struggle. Both okay with it.
Oh, we're using Camry. Senators use Prado.
Okay. I'm sure you know the person talking anyway.
Even last assembly, they don't give us the same.
Some of you have seen it before.
You know,
because they believe that senators are higher in status than.
Oh yes, they are higher. Because Sentole Paroyen and when Pinon Ibiba no higher, lot so higher, America no senator higher. But we are talking about a country that is struggling. Nigerians struggle. Ó jẹ́ kí gbogbo wa jọ struggle ni pẹ̀lú àwọn àtàwọn olóṣèlú. Àwọn olóṣèlú ò fi struggle pẹ̀lú wa. They are not ready to struggle. And that is why many Nigerians today are online, they become beggars. Ito baje beggar, en ge sale eyan. Ẹ wo bobo tó mú yẹn. Wọ́n wá náà wọ́n ṣe skit, gbogbo tẹ́ ń ṣe skit yẹn rọ́ ni. Nǹkan mi lè ń ṣe lábẹ́lẹ̀. Ẹ máa náà ṣe skit, ẹ ti lọ ra mọ́tò 34 million, 40 million. But irọ́ lẹ̀ ń pa olè ló pọ̀ nínú gbogbo yín. Not every one of you, but majority of you olè ní. Ẹ wo bobo tó ṣe mú nísìn, ó pa girlfriend ẹ̀, ó gé ìsàlẹ̀, ẹ̀mí ò fi gbogbo ẹnu sọ̀rọ̀ ní bíbá. Mo dẹ̀ rí fídíò kan tó ṣe tó fi ṣe skit tó náà máa fún girl kan ní 50,000 tó bá lè sọ́ọ̀kì ìsàlẹ̀ òun. Bomb bastard. Ẹ máa wá sí ibẹ̀, àwa ta wá ń sọ òtítọ́, ta dúró lórí òtítọ́ pé ìlú yóò work, àwọn ilẹ̀ máa point fingers because olè ló pọ̀ jù nínú púpọ̀ nínú yín. Bóun sókè.
The senators are higher in status.
It's the same kind of senator tí mo pàdé ní London nígbà tó ń ṣe kéésì Ike Keremadu lọ anywhere, ẹ̀wọ̀n yẹn ló sì máa wà for the next 6 years. Ike Keremadu ẹ̀wọ̀n ló sì máa wà, kódà nígbà àpìlẹ̀ tó bá lọ ṣe àpìlì gan ó máa wà lẹ́wọ̀n yẹn for a very long time. Ẹ rántí bàbá wèrè kan tí mo lọ bá tó ń dán burúkú Bukasho àbí kí ló ń jẹ́ tó níyàwó òun náà máa help òun as a senior advocate of Nigeria bí George Deni. I'm sure you all remember that video. These are the same. Look, Nikki politicians come out okay if the country is working, but aráàlú ló ń suffer. Aráàlú ló ń suffer. Aráàlú ló ń suffer. Why must you suffer for these bastard politicians to jẹ́ pé àwọn olóyè kọ́ sacrifice àwọn olóyè kọ́ sacrifice jù? Wọ́n ní kẹ́yìn máa sacrifice, but àwọn ò fẹ́ sacrifice. Ẹ wá fẹ́ ká máa wá síbí báyìí ká máa sọ the same thing. Ẹ fẹ́ kí n ti ṣe wọn kí n bá lóye the same thing ti ṣe wọn kí n bá lóye sọ láti 24 years kò sí sí solution sí. How long ní ṣe wọn kí n bá lóye ti ṣiṣẹ́ pẹ̀lú channels? I don't know. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ mọ ṣẹ́hun dáadáa àti èmi náà mọ̀ but mo how long ló ti ṣiṣẹ́ níbẹ̀ ká tẹ̀ sọ pé give and take. Ṣé wọn kí n bá lóye ti wà ní orí channels television anything? How many years now? The same thing náà ló ń sọ. The same set of people náà ló máa gbé wá. Wọ́n máa sọ tọ́ba ti wá wọ́n máa sọ̀rọ̀ wọ́n máa ṣe this wọ́n máa ṣe analysis wọ́n máa ṣe breakdown wọ́n máa ṣe statistics wọ́n máa ṣe this wọ́n máa ṣe that. Has that brought any changes to that shit hole country? Mo ń bèrè ni o. So ìyẹn náà lè fẹ́ káwọn náà máa ṣe ká máa ṣe Yorùbá nation kakọ̀ máa wá sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ wá sọ pé àwọn Igbo ń ṣe armed struggle. Táwọn bá ń ṣe armed struggle ọ̀nà tó fi ìpọ̀ máa fi tètè lọ nìyẹn. Táwọn bá lè sọ pé àìtí ṣe armed struggle nítorí pé ọmọ ìran ọmọ aládé ni wá. Àwa ọlọ́pọlọ ni wá, àwa mo bá ṣe máa bá gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì jà in a way tí kò ní ní gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì lára. because fẹ́ ní government lára, that's what I'm saying. Àwa Yorùbá ò fẹ́ ní government lára, kódà ní Buhari gan lára. Nígbà tá a dẹ̀ ti ní Buhari lára, kò likely pa máa ní Tinubu lára o. And this is where I am getting a little bit concerned. Because nígbà tá a ní Buhari lára now. Because ìyẹn kan ti challenge mi láàárọ̀, wọ́n ní ẹ pé ká máa láì pẹ̀lú àwọn Igbo, mo nítorí kíni, wọ́n nítorí pé Igbo ń ṣe armed struggle. Mo ní òkè àwọn ò ṣe armed struggle now. Rally nìkan là ń ṣe, a dẹ̀ ń ṣe rally wọ́n pa wá. So the question then I'm asking is, how do we really want to exit Nigeria? Diplomacy, okay. Negotiation, okay. But you don't want to put the pressure. Tell about if you pressure, see, that means pé akọ̀mọ́ máa ṣe the same thing tí ṣe wọn kí n bá lóye ń ṣe lẹ́fẹ̀ẹ́ kíkọ́ ìkí náà máa ṣe kíkọ́ máa sọ̀rọ̀ ká máa sọ̀rọ̀ and Tinubu only has 4 years to start with. Èèyàn kan send email sí mi báyìí, email yẹn kò ń ṣe pé ó gùn púpọ̀, but nígbà tí bá gbọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ báyìí afẹ́ tó báyìí. You know, a lot of points were raised there. They were also concerned about the Igbos in that email. I hope I'll be able to pull it out. They were concerned about the Igbos. Moki Grammar, Comfort Ologunja. Please let us contribute towards Iweleri defense as Yoruba world media want us to. That Fulani won't finish that. The same question as you say, listen, they want us to contribute, which there's nothing wrong in that. But Nibo Lang, governor, security vote to see. So our Yoruba by now ó yẹ ká máa jáde lójoojúmọ́ ká lọ máa lock síwájú governor's office pé wọ́n ń pa wá a lè gba ilé ìmọ̀, but rather everybody is just waiting. Ẹ mọ̀ tẹ́ ń dúró de miracle, ẹ fẹ́ lọ máa gbọ́ miracle kí ni bàbá tó máa ń ṣe àwọn tó máa ń ẹ̀mọ̀ káwọn kan wà tẹ́ pé that is their job, wọ́n máa ń deliver àtọ́ lọ́wọ́ bá sọ prophet kí n má tẹ̀ dárúkọ wọn anyway, I'm sure you all know them. And dúró de that miracle to ma dissolve Nigeria, no problem. But ẹ fẹ́ ká máa sọ the same thing, ẹ fẹ́ kí máa jáde kí máa sọ the same thing tí ṣe wọn kí bá lóye náà sọ títí tó fi rí Nigeria ṣe. PDP were there. Mo ń wo ìyàwó Jonathan níjẹta àbámọ̀ kọ́ ni lórí Instagram àbí bíi Twitter ó ń celebrate 58th birthday. Now Láàlú Àkàndé nísìn tó jẹ́ spokesperson fún Shortman Devil, ìyẹn bàbá kékeré yẹn tán pè ní Yẹmí Ọ̀sínbàjò, òun náà ti padà ó ti di political analyst. So that means pé for 8 years tí Láolú Àkàndé fi wà níbẹ̀ ọmọ Yorùbá nísìn, the only thing tó lè ṣe ni pé wọ́n ṣe government yẹn, but government olórí burúkú lọ́jọ́ ṣe, because nobody can come out and say that Yẹmí Ọ̀sínbàjò did well in this shit hole economy. And this and so many reasons why we are saying that there is a problem. This problem needs to be looked into. How do we look into this problem? How do we look into this problem? We don't need to fight each other. Let's come on the round table. Let us decide whether we still want to continue with this union. Àwọn kan nínú lè sọ pé fẹ́ Yorùbá nation nígbà tí Tinubu ṣèjọba lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́. But Yẹmí Ọ̀sínbàjò was there for 8 years. Ẹni tó jẹ́ spokesperson ẹ̀ tó ń pè ní Láolú Àkàndé. Láolú Àkàndé today now, òun náà ti padà ó ti di political analyst. So the question is, so ṣé bá ṣe máa operate on lele? We cannot continue like this. The question is, the country is not working. We are not going to remain quiet. We must continue to say that this country that is not working, what do we need to do? Should we just fold our hands and do nothing? I don't think that is going to be the best interest. What we can do is we come out and tell you that some of the problems highlighted is somebody like this. I don't want to go too much on this video because it's not mine anyway. But I'm sure if you want to watch it, go back on Channels Television. You'll be able to watch it and you'll be able to understand what transpired there. The system, as it is right now, I can see jubilation across Nigeria yesterday, and I can see that some are not happy. There's nothing you can do to that. It is called government come, government go. If you think that Tinubu is not okay, you can fact check. So Seun Okinbaloye started working on Channels Television since 2012. Thank you so much, Mr. Larry Ayinde. Láti 2012, tí Seun Okinbaloye ti ń bá àwọn tó ti, I mean, he's very good in the job. He's very, very good. But the question is that the only way we are going to continue to move forward? Come on, data, statistics, analysis. Analysis is just good, but there's nothing good than having our own nation and we start deliberating on the problems of our nation. We have deliberated too much on this shithole country called Nigeria, but some Nigerians do not want to agree that it's a shithole. You still want us to continue. Mo wà lórí Twitter space Aisha Yusuf lánàá. Kìnìkan, ó ń sọ̀rọ̀ lọ, ó ń sọ̀rọ̀ bọ̀. At the end of the day, she's still better off than many of you. Because àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀ abroad lọ wà. Òun lè lọ ta pure water, òun lè lọ ta kìnìkan bẹ́ẹ̀ ni Paris TV, irọ́ analyst. Ẹ fẹ́ kí èmi náà máa ṣe analyst lórí Yorùbá Nation. Ìjọ́ la fẹ́ máa ṣe yẹn dà. Yes, it is good to start with it. Because I call it Yoruba Nation. Can I force everybody into it? We must give the reasons why. But like I said, 50% of Yoruba Nation expectation in pé Bola Tinubu máa gbé hope wá, and that hope is it will probably give you what we call a restructured Nigeria or a devolution of power. I don't see that happening. But somebody sent an email to me. I'll see if I can pull that email. Let me go on my email or anything. Come on, server check your laptop. So the email was very detailed. They were concerned about the Igbo talking about part of Kogi State and part of Ondo State. But what they crop part of Ondo more to one. But there will always be dispute. I was watching Vantage yesterday. Is a program I love to watch. Vantage. Mo fẹ́ lọ mú email yẹn wá ní o. Ó easy for me láti mú látorí. Okay, let me do something. Ẹ má bínú ẹ̀tẹ̀ wà ní bíbá. Mo máa ní láti send it sínú my other email. Ẹ má bínú ẹ̀tẹ̀ wà lórí YouTube. Ẹ jẹ́ kí n send it síra mi. It came through. So Mama forward the ceramic. Forward, include attachment. Money so to send it to me because that one is not going to be nice. So Oti was already the other email me. So now I can continue. Moki gbogbo ale nkan si pe akola Jimoh. So ka de wa review intern yẹn so ẹ jẹ́ lọ sórí email mi nísìn. Ṣẹ́rí táyé máa fi jáyé kódà tá bá gba Yorùbá Nation a sì máa ní dispute of territorial area. Kò ń ṣàwà ṣẹ́rí yes it's good to raise those concerns now. Àná mo ń wo email yẹn tí wá sí mi báyìí nísìn. Mo fẹ́ lọ sí program tí mo ń wò ìyẹn Vantage. Wọ́n sọ̀rọ̀ nípa dispute water China and Philippines. Mo lọ sórí Google. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ kẹ́gbọ́lé. On the 22nd of September. Again, go about so mo ti bend too much. It's not good for my back. On the 22nd of September 2020, in recorded speech at the opening of the 75th section of the United Nations General Assembly, the Philippine President, Rodrigo Duterte, reaffirmed the Hague ruling rejecting most of China's claim to disputed water and said, the award is now part of international law and beyond compromise and beyond. So what is just there is that there's a dispute. There will always be dispute of territorial, there will be dispute of land, there will be dispute of water. Àwa làwọn ọmọ bíi tí gbogbo ẹ̀ka ilẹ̀ Yorùbá dé. Mo kí ẹ Mr. Lanre Lamina, C2J mo kí yín. Àwa ọmọ bíi tó dé. But àwọn kan máa fẹ́ encroach, whether now or in the near future. All these will still be something that there's no way we will not try to fight it back. Ó dàbí báwọn Biafra náà ṣe ń jà tán ní àwọn làwọn ní ó dà pé side Bakassi yẹn I don't have much information on that. But mo kàn fẹ́ yẹ kó yé gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá pé there is no way tí ẹ ní area kan nílẹ̀ Yorùbá tí kò ní wà disputed. But the first thing tá kọ́kọ́ láti ṣe ni pé ẹ jẹ́ àkọ́kọ́ tẹ̀ sọ pé a ti gba territory yẹn tó jẹ́ pé àwa la ní government ẹ̀ ẹ̀yin kọ́ lẹ́ni government ilẹ̀ Nàìjíríà nísìn. The government is controlled from the center tó ń pè ní federal l'Abuja. So if you are now talking about Yoruba nation, ẹ wá ń sọ̀rọ̀ nípa disputed area nínú Nàìjíríà, ẹ̀ ń tọ́ra yín. You must be joking. We must first be talking about the Yoruba nation first, which is what I said yesterday or day before yesterday, because we were off yesterday. We go back to kí ló ń pè ní kí ni meaning sovereignty. Aláti kọ́kọ́ mo kí Mr. Mark Stephen. Àkọ́kọ́ gbọ́dọ̀ gba territory wa padà. Àkọ́kọ́ gbọ́dọ̀ ní àwa la ní sovereignty yẹn. Ṣé rí gbogbo tẹ́ bá ń debate nísìn nípa Nàìjíríà? They were against àwọn Igbo, they were against àwọn Hausa, they were against àwọn Fulani àti other tribes. Kò sí nǹkan inú Nàìjíríà ni gbogbo wa wà, òfin Nàìjíríà ni gbogbo wa ń lò. Ọwọ́ believe pé one block ní gbogbo wa. So why should you be disputing something we all own? Because báwọn ṣe rí nìyẹn. The Nigeria today is owned by every one of us. Àwa la kò mọ̀ pé ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ni bíbá. But according to the Nigerian constitution, ọmọ Igbo ní right láti gbélé ní wẹ̀ ní Nigeria. Bí ṣe wà nílùú yìí nísìn, tí bá ṣàṣe má ṣe, wọ́n ní right láti either revoke my reason for being in this country or even say àwọn ò ní fún mi ní status. So gbogbo argument ẹ̀ ń try láti fight nísìn, ẹ kàn waste time ra yín ni láti fight ẹ̀ nínú Nàìjíríà. Kò ṣe fight nínú Nàìjíríà, ẹ jẹ́ kọ́kọ́ pull out kúrò nínú Nàìjíríà ká wá máa sọ̀rọ̀ nípa all these other areas. Tàbádẹ́ wá rí pé bí ẹ lọ́jọ́ iwájú, ẹ wá mọ tí Philippines ṣe. Mo fẹ́ padà sórí ọ̀rọ̀ Philippines disputed area. Mo fẹ́ lọ sórí the current news. Mo ti fún ní background ẹ̀. Now ẹ jẹ́ ká lọ sórí VOA or ká lọ sórí The Guardian, The Sky News. These are some of the mo sọ fún yín pé mi ní international correspondent yín. Èmi gangan ni media tó fún yín ní in tó ń lọ lágbàáyé tá máa wá plug ẹ̀ mọ́ Yorùbá nation either for today or tomorrow. Tá bá rí pé tó bá di ọjọ́ tá bá gba Yorùbá nation, we are likely to be having problem pẹ̀lú àwọn Igbo nítorí pé wọ́n ní agbára jù wá lọ. Àwa lọ líǹkì mọ́ alágbára míì láti fi defeat wọn. Kí lẹ rò pé Philippines ṣe? Philippines mọ̀ pé wọn ò lè bá China jà. Wọ́n wá ṣe part kan pẹ̀lú America ní 1951, if not 1951, 1956. Máa kà jáde nísìn. Kí lẹ rò pé wọ́n ṣe? What they did was wọ́n sọ fún America pé àwa àti ẹ̀yin ẹ jẹ́ ká jọ sign part. Tí China bá fẹ́ gbé ọwọ́, America náà máa dá sí. Ẹ lọ gbọ́ nǹkan tí Joe Biden sọ. Joe Biden ní tí China bá gbé ọwọ́ pẹ̀lú Philippines, òun máa dá síjà yẹn nítorí pé àwọn ní military part. Àwa sì ń sọ̀rọ̀ Nàìjíríà nínú pẹ̀lú àwọn ọmọ Igbo. Ẹ jẹ́ ká kọ́kọ́ pull out nà. Tá bá ti pull out kúrò nínú Nàìjíríà, ṣe rí gbogbo territory yẹn, gbogbo areas tẹ́ ẹ̀ wá concern, all that will be dealt with. But we are wasting our time. Ẹ fẹ́ wà nínú the same Nigeria and then criticize àwọn the same other ethnic or indigenous people. We are wasting our time. Ẹ jẹ́ ká kọ́kọ́ gba territory yẹn padà náà kó jẹ́ pé àwa gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì tiwa ṣe rí pé gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì tó ń ràn nísìn kò ń ṣe gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì Yorùbá. Gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì Nàìjíríà ló ń ràn láti Lagos títí dé Kwara State. They are representing Nigeria. They are not representing Yoruba as a sovereign nation. Difference tó wà láàrin ẹnìyẹn. Tí ó rà pé tí ní understanding yẹn ẹ kọ́kọ́ gbọ́dọ̀ gbọ́ àgbọ́yé yẹn dáadáa pé gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì tó ń ràn lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ nísìn on behalf of Nigeria ló ń ràn. Wọ́n run on behalf of a Yoruba territory. Ìwọ̀nba ló lè ṣe wọ́n bí gbogbo gọ́ọ̀nà yìí dákọ́ the only thing tó lè ṣe ni pé wọ́n lè marginalize àwọn ọmọ other Igbos àbáwúsá nínú territory yẹn but ẹ lè sọ fún wọn pé kọ́ má gbé níbẹ̀ ẹ lè sọ fún wọn and even tá a bá gba country wa gan sẹ ṣé ẹ ní àwọn Igbo tó máa gbé láàrin yín ni ṣé ẹ ní Haúsá tó máa gbé láàrin yín ni ẹ ní àwọn other foreigners tó máa gbé láàrin yín ní UK yìí tí bá wọnú building mi láti òkè débẹ̀ yẹn débí báyìí mo lè sọ pé at least give and take láwọn tí mo ti engage pẹ̀lú we have nothing less than 10 different ethnic groups tó ń gbé nínú building kan mo ní láti agree pẹ̀lú wọn ọ̀bá ni àwọn náà agree pẹ̀lú èmi ìkan wà nísìnyí kò ń jẹ́ ká gbádùn àtìmọ̀rú èèyàn tó jẹ́ àtìmọ̀rú ẹ̀yà tó jẹ́ tó bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ń play orin ẹ̀ báyìí àti mọ̀ pé lifestyle ẹ̀ nìyẹn but ó ní ìwọ̀nba nǹkan tó lè ṣe wọ́n bí bàbá ẹ̀dá tó bá dago mẹ́wàá kó play orin yẹn nítorí pé àwa láwọn ọmọ nínú ilé tó fẹ́ sùn èmi náà ìwọ̀nba mo lè ṣe ariwo tí mo pa nísìn is because ọwọ́ àárọ̀ ni ìlú yìí ọ̀bí ẹ̀dá kó máa náà kan ilé ní ilẹ̀ bá fẹ́ ṣú so òfin ló máa regulate gbogbo yẹn tá bá wá rí i pé àwọn tí wọ́n jẹ́ ẹ̀yà yẹn wọ́n ń disturb wa lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ nísìn inter lè ṣe ni pé òfin state ló máa fi mú wọn mọ́lẹ̀ but ẹ lè sọ pé wọ́n lè gbé pẹ̀lú yín o mo kí àmì Fọláṣadé Òjò ẹ lè sọ pé wọ́n lè gbé pẹ̀lú yín o so gbogbo èyí tẹ́ máa ń bínú pé yẹn wọ́n ń gbé pẹ̀lú wa yẹn wọ́n overthrow wa wọ́n fẹ́ gbàjọba mọ́ wa lọ́wọ́ because àwa la ṣì ń tolerate àwa ọmọ Yorùbá a fẹ́ gba sovereignty padà tá bá ti gba gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì tiwa bí ṣe wà báyìí nísìn tí bá ní mo fẹ́ apply fún iṣẹ́ pẹ̀lú MI5 ẹmọ tó máa ṣe fún mi èmi ò mọ̀ bí wọ́n máa fún mi níṣẹ́ yẹn as a cleaner mo mọ̀ bí wọ́n máa fún mi níṣẹ́ yẹn as a cleaner but tí bá wá sọ pé mo fẹ́ compete pẹ̀lú proper òyìnbó gangan ọmọ wọn ò ní fún mi níṣẹ́ yẹn o wọn ò ní fún mi níṣẹ́ yẹn because wọ́n máa lọ wo rẹ́kọ́ọ̀dì mi padà pé láti bo lélẹ̀ ti wá ṣé indigene gangan ni mo kí ẹ Akeem Adio ṣé indigene gangan ni indigene ló máa wà nínú security wa ẹ mọ̀ tó ń lọ lágbàáyé ẹ jẹ́ mo ti ń padà bọ̀ lórí Philippines èmi ní international correspondent yín ẹ jẹ́ tún sáré mú yín lọ síbì kan àwọn ọmọ India 8 àwọn former navy veteran wọn bí ṣe ń bá yín sọ̀rọ̀ báyìí nísìn they are likely to be killed in Qatar ta ló ti gbọ́ news yẹn àmì ẹ̀ẹ́dá kọ̀ọ̀kan mọ̀ à ń sọ fún yín pé ká kọ́kọ́ lé sovereignty náà ká tó máa wá dì pẹ̀lú àwọn other ceremonial problems ẹ fẹ́ kọ́kọ́ máa dì pẹ̀lú ceremonial problem nínú Nàìjíríà kò lè work bí ṣe ń bá yín sọ̀rọ̀ nísìn à ń padà bọ̀ lọ́dọ̀ disputed waterways yẹn kí ló dé tí àwọn 8 Indians kí ló dé tí wọ́n fẹ́ pa wọ́n ní Qatar ìyẹn kan ní I saw the news 2 minutes ago okay ẹ jẹ́ fún yín ní background story yẹn quickly ṣe rí ọmọ Yorùbá we must be ready very very ready àìtí ready nísìn ẹ jẹ́ kí gbogbo wa kọ́kọ́ lé sovereignty yẹn náà ká gbà ká jẹ́ pé àwa la ní constitution àwa la ní ilẹ̀ yẹn àwa la máa control the narrative mo kí a ní fowó ṣe Qatar sentenced Indian ex-naval officer to death this is BBC èmi ò ní sọ̀rọ̀ kẹ́ má bà níbẹ̀ èmi ní international journalist yín ẹ̀yin ò ní láti máa káàkiri èmi á kọ́ máa fún yín ní sneak view tèmi náà bá gbọ́ kódà ní Vantage lánàá wọ́n sọ̀rọ̀ Tinubu níbẹ̀ so ẹ jẹ́ ká lọ further India ìyẹn tí Tinubu lọ láìpẹ́ ẹ mọ̀ pé ó lọ síbẹ̀ G20 India has said it is exploring all legal options after a court in Qatar sentenced 8 àwọn mẹ́jọ 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 àwọn mẹ́jọ wọ́n sentence wọn these are former Indian naval officers to death on specific charges títí di wákàtí kò sẹ́ni kankan tó mọ kí ni reason tí kí lè ṣètò ṣe gangan it could be explanation ṣe mo ti tàbọn báyìí it could be that they are sharing security mo kí àrólé Oòduà mo rẹ̀ ẹ bá ń kí grandma náà níbẹ̀ it could be because bóyá àwọn eléyìí wọ́n ti infiltrate Qatar system security wọn wọ́n ti dá padà sí India security services this is something that Nigeria lè ní nísìn no oh my God àtẹ̀mí tó ń control security wa rárá I don't even understand why some of you think that àníṣe ká kọ́ àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá torí ẹ pé kọ́ bá wa máa defend ìlú wa tí kò ní jẹ́ pé ọmọ Ìgbò tó bá máa wà níbẹ̀ àkọ́kọ́ gbọ́dọ̀ mọ̀ pé ṣé ọmọ Ìgbò tó lẹ́tọ̀ọ́ ni ṣé ó máa rì síbẹ̀ ni àbí báwo there will be limitation ìlú tí mo wà yìí nísìn mo sọ fún yín wọ́n ò lè fi mí sí MI5 tó jẹ́ pé security top notch wọn ní allow ẹmọ tó máa sọ wọ́n á ní ṣé wọ́n bí màmá mi sí bíbà wọ́n á ní ṣé wọ́n bí bàbá mi sí bíbà now ẹ jẹ́ ká tẹ̀mú yẹn kúrò àwọn ọmọ tí mo bí sí bíbà wọ́n tún ní fún wọn láyè ó máa ní limitation because wọ́n mọ̀ pé àwọn ọmọ yẹn wọ́n sì lè lóyà sí ìlú tí bàbá wọn ti wá òkè tí bá pọ̀ ọmọ mi jókòó ní sí tó bá ń ṣiṣẹ́ pẹ̀lú MI5 ọmọ kí ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀ náà ibi tó wà yẹn ẹ má bínú òun yẹn ó reflect wá báyìí ẹ má bínú tí bá sọ fọ́mọ mi pé ọmọ kí ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀ náà bá ń mú kọ̀ọ̀kan jáde níbẹ̀ yẹn ẹ̀wọ̀n kọ́mọ mi lè ṣe kọ́mọ pé dad I have signed an oath kó tó ṣiṣẹ́ láwọn ibẹ̀ yẹn o máa sign àwọn agreement kan pé o ò ní reveal information now tọ́mọ mi bá wá padà fún mi ní just one piece of information tèmi dẹ̀ mú fún kó tẹ̀ jẹ́ pé kí n má mú fún Nàìjíríà lórí burúkú country wọ́n lè má sanwó gidi fún mi kí n wá lọ mú fún bíi China àbí kí n lọ mú fún Russia kí lè rò kó ṣẹlẹ̀ yẹn That is why ẹ̀yin tí ẹ sọ pé ẹ fẹ́ Yorùbá nation, àwọn ọmọ yín tó wà nílùú yìí, wọn Ọlọ́run jẹ́ kó ríṣẹ́ dáadáa o, wàá rí good job, wàá rí ẹ má bínú ẹ̀ tẹ́wà ní ọ̀nà pé àwọn tó tẹ̀wé ẹ̀ ò ní rí kankan mọ́, ṣe jẹ́ ká move camera yẹn little bit because òòrùn yẹn ti fẹ́ ó dà pé ó ti fẹ́ pọ̀ àbí, ṣe jẹ́ ká rárá gbé báyìí ká kọ̀ manage kò sódà pé òòrùn yẹn ti fẹ́ kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ àní pẹ́ parí ètò because iṣu mi gan ti ready nísàlẹ̀ ok ó ti padà dé ẹ jẹ́ ká jọ manage bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn because òòrùn yẹn ti fẹ́ máa ó dà pé òòrùn yẹn dẹ̀ ti fẹ́ máa kí ló lè tó yẹn kẹ̀ ẹ jẹ́ ká kọ̀ manage báyìí ni torí òòrùn yẹn ni so kó má máa wọnú ojú yín so I think that's how far we can do so ká kọ̀ manage so I have just about a few more minutes and I'm going to end the program àtúpadà wá later tí bá ti jẹun tán tí mo ti yó dáadáa mo kí ẹ nídìí ìrókò so èyí tí mo fẹ́ mú jáde ni pé ó jẹ́ ká máa concern pé àwọn ọmọ tánú abisa abroad gan ǹjẹ́ yes ẹ máa rí àwọn kan ní ẹ àwọn ọmọ mi ń ṣiṣẹ́ ní sójà wọ́n ń ṣiṣẹ́ ní navy ó ní ibi tí wọ́n lè fi wọ́n sí mọ́ lóòótọ́ àárín àwọn tó jẹ́ pé general arike woman kan ní America ó ti di big kini but we are talking about sensitive area wọn ò ní fi wọ́n síbẹ̀ so now according to the report ní Qatar report said the men who work with a private company in Qatar were arrested last year on suspicion of spying. How many people are spying for Nigerian government? How many? There are many people that have infiltrated the Nigerian security. We all know that. Evidence is there. But we are all living in denial because we don't want to accept that Nigeria is crack. And that is why they are able to penetrate the security. But can we do that? While Tinubu is there, can there be some changes? Oh yes, Tinubu can put some changes around because he's a Yoruba man, and if he cares and loves Yoruba land, this is the time to defend the Yoruba land on security. That is the job of Tinubu. I saw that Abiodun, he was celebrating Tinubu yesterday. I saw Lagos State, he couldn't make it down there, but he was celebrating, and every one of them are celebrating, that Tinubu has finally been given the opportunity to continue his job. Now the question is, Tinubu must give you the security. He must protect you. That is the responsibility of the government, not responsibility of Yoruba people. The Yoruba Nation campaigner, we can call the attention of the problems. We expect him to fix the problem. Because of the time and because the sun is becoming a little bit too much for me as well. So, mo fẹ́ padà lọ sórí the email that I said I received. Everybody has the right to be concerned, especially with the Igbos or the Biafrans or the Southeast. But we must remember that there will always be a disputed area even after the exit of Yoruba people from Nigeria. As long as we know that, it is still something that will be worked through international law or through whatever means to resolve our territory. But you cannot be talking about that territory right now when you are still in Nigeria. Ẹ kọ́kọ́ gbọ́dọ̀ kúrò nínú territory yẹn ká tó máa sọ pé a fẹ́ máa deal pẹ̀lú ẹ̀. So going back quickly to the China àti Philippines. So I'm just going to give you a quick debrief of it. So this is on the Guardian newspaper online. Even this article, this one was 2 months ago, but there's even a current tension going on between China and Philippines. But let's go with this as well. China-Philippine dispute could escalate into a superpower conflict, according to the analyst, Muke Ijaya. Expert warns of a significant escalatory potential after Chinese Coast Guard used water cannon on the Philippine boat. Hello? Let's understand, China is a very powerful country. So one lágbára wọn, wọ́n fi ń suppress àwọn tó wà ní region yẹn. Àwọn tó dẹ̀ wà ní region yẹn mọ̀ pé àwọn lágbára. So what they've done is they've asked America to also be ready to support them. As we speak right now today, America has base across that region. There's a lot of tension between China and America. A territorial dispute. We will always have territorial dispute either with the Biafra, either with the Northerners, even with people that wants to take our land. A territorial dispute between China and the US aligned Philippines is at increasingly high risk of escalating into a conflict involving the two superpowers. According to the analysts, I've said, after a Chinese Coast Guard used a water cannon on a Philippine boat, global concern about China's naval activities is growing as the country expands and modernizes its military and shows increased aggression. We will always be talking about aggression of people or those that wants to take our land. But if we do not talk about it now, or no, let me put it this way. If we are saying that, oh, one ralewa, one say this, one say that, the question is, how much can you do while we are still in Nigeria? How much? There's little we can do if we are in Nigeria. Akoko gotta pull out. Okay, what time we must first pull out of Nigeria, and then we're gonna start talking about, what join us together. What are the reasons why we want to say that awala lomi yi, ema to bomi mo walowo, awala ni bibayi, and all that we can then start talking. And to by the work, I been one of international law, international court of law, United Nations. And all these things cannot be resolved very, very quickly. It might take some time. It's going to take some time. But if ma jaja, nínú Nigeria, if protect interest in nínú Nigeria, whereas Nigeria lo lock gbogbo wa together. So, mo ti fún ní background here. So the last part I'm going to talk about before we close the broadcast is about this email that was sent to me. Is a lot of concern in that email. I'm not going to give you the name of the person. The person went back to note about the referendum that took place in Finland. And he also highlighted some urgent learning points to note. I'm going to read everything. I might not buy everything the person have said, but these are the concerns that some of you are raising. So we're almost finishing. Yes. Key Edekasareka. These are the concerns that were raised by someone that listened to me. They were then got me, I don't know, but they probably just sent this to me. So let's just leave it like this. Reflection oriented. It's too much. I want device and God so we gotta wrap it up quickly, so that we can go. There were a few things highlighted. I'm gonna tell you the ones that were highlighted, and there's other brief around it. It talked about Tinubu and Biafra referendum in Finland. Further emphasis, number one, Biafra, whether we Yoruba like it or not, will gain independence before the end of 2025. I say, Ise. Number two, with the Yorubas who are benefiting from Nigeria, holding Nigeria hostage, the Biafra are well planned on all fronts. Biafra are boldly laying claim to 1/4 of Ondo State and half of Kogi State. Shame on all of us, 60 million. Same shame has started just as during the slave trade. It took the morals of the Monisope Oyibo, Masoni Yoruba, Awon Oyibo, because Monsignor like him up any English name here. So the morals of Awon Oyibo, people buying slaves to stop slave trade. Number three, Biafra has stated when independent, all Nigerian citizens living in Biafra will be granted automatic citizens. Not too many Yorubas or Northerners are in Biafra. It is a trick for the Yoruba nation. I don't know what it means by that. Tabana for everybody in automatic citizenship. Kini ẹni ṣe pẹ̀lẹ́ ni? Kini ẹni ṣe pẹ̀lẹ́ wa? Báwo ni ẹ ṣe jẹ́ problem yìí? Nígbà tí UK fẹ́ exit European Union, ó ní àdéhùn tó ṣe pẹ̀lú àwọn ọmọ wọn tó ń gbé ní bíbá, ìyẹn àwọn European citizens. Because living here gives them opportunity to continue to live here. So Tabana for everybody in citizenship. Why are you concerned about that? Why should that be a trick? Ìyẹn mo ṣe sọ pé àwọn Yorùbá kan làákàyè wa bá ṣe ń ronú ó yàtọ̀ síra wa. ẹ jẹ́ ká continue. Yoruba nation will only grant citizenship to the persons with both parents or one parent. Yoruba, anyone born in Yoruba land, the problem tí nìyẹn. Èyí kò lè máa run government wọn. You see why I say that we have problem with some Yoruba people. Ẹ̀yin lè fẹ́ dictate in town Biafra máa ṣe ni tó bá ti gbàlú wọn ni. You can't. In tó bá fẹ́ ṣe, that is their own concern. That is their own problem, not your own problem. Why are we concerned about, and the same thing I want to know, why must they be concerned about how I should by Yoruba nation? I see them all the time. They are born bastard. I see them all the time on Twitter. What they probably sugar sorry Twitter says meaning. And I can read between the lines. You guys are not serious. Igbowo has compromised. I'm already buruku born bastard. They say all kind of rubbish. Nonsense. As far as they're concerned, they are doing their own, we are doing our own. We respect them, they must respect us. So, let's go ahead. So, any concept where Yoruba nation will only grant citizenship to the person. Problem tiwa nìyẹn. Táwọn Igbo bá sọ pé àwọn máa fẹ́ everybody ní citizenship. As at the time táwọn bá declare Biafra wọn, why should we be concerned about that? Why should that be our problem? This is where sometimes I don't understand how we are thinking. So, single Yoruba citizen, blah blah blah. Ìlú concept citizenship kò easy. Ẹlòmíì gbé ní ìlú kò ní British passport, indefinite stay nìkan ló ní. Ẹlòmíì dẹ̀ gbé ní ìlú ó ní British passport. So ó ní process kó tó lè gba pálí ìlú yìí. As long as talk about the BSc Tinubu. Number one, ẹni late Aláàfin told Bola Tinubu or Baba Tinubu he will become president. And no harm must befall Yoruba. Well, let's hope so. What the Alaafin want is Tinubu to become president, the clerk of South Africa, and dismantle the problem that is called Nigeria. A very, very good point there. Àwọn bàbá èmi mọ̀ tí Aláàfin sọ fún mi is not for public consumption. But ẹni sọ nísìnyí pé ntí the late Aláàfin ikú bàbá yèyé tí kò kí ń kú because bàbá wàjà ni pé Tinubu should be the president and then dismantle what is called Nigeria. Mo wá ń bi gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá pé, do you think that Tinubu will be able to dismantle Nigeria by 2025? Because that is what this person is saying. That Nigeria must be dismantled by 2025 with what they call 18-month plan to dismantle Nigeria. Time will tell. Let's go further. Number two, Ìyẹn Kábíyèsí wa Ọọ̀ni of Ifẹ̀, the Ọ̀jájá II, also said to President Tinubu, he is a destiny child. What we are interpreting for Ooni is Baba Tinubu should initiate a 18-month plan to dismantle Nigeria by May 2025. Bí wà tá à ń sọ fún àwọn ọba wa pé a fẹ́ Yorùbá nation, ṣe mọ̀ pé gbogbo wọn dákẹ́. Bóyá plan tí wọ́n nìyẹn pé Tinubu ń kọ́ ó máa dismantle Nigeria project by 2025. I don't know. Ẹ má bínú, I know there's a lot of sunrail. There's nothing I can do to that. So, my manager, there's nothing I can do to that. I wish I can, but there's nothing I can do. And we are almost there anyway, so it's too much. So I can move it in our society. So at the fair party program anyway, so I'm almost there. So I can sleep at right there. And I've been so so at least everybody can see me now. So in the comment section, we say Tinubu le dismantle Nigeria by 2025. Muki Babami Samuel Afolabi. I'm asking the question, do you think Ashimashe program do you think that Tinubu can dismantle Nigeria by 2025? Every single comment section. Let's go further. How to dismantle Nigeria? Baba Tinubu should call Oba of Bini, Olu of Wari, and inform he is going to offer a referendum. Let the Bini people go and the Delta go with the Biafra. You cannot force people to live together. It is entirely up to our Delta. Nigeria can still split into 6 countries. Never, but Tinubu never dismantle Nigeria. Well, some people believe he's going to do so. We'll just have to wait and see. So he needs to give referendum and let the Benin people go and the Delta go with the Biafra. We will have a strong neighbor. Yoruba still need to keep an eye on Biafra. There's always this friction. We must keep an eye on Biafra. We must keep an eye on Biafra. Keep an eye on the Hausa people and the Fulani, bomb bastard. Keep an eye on those ones. I want Biafra, let them keep an eye on the Biafra. Keep an eye on the Biafra. Whereas I want to hold the but everybody has their own opinion. Anyway, Yoruba people must keep an eye on the Biafra. But our forever worry must be every inch of all our border. I've talked about borders. I've given you disputed area that is still happening after years between China and Philippines. So our Kolama need disputed area, disputed territory. So the bands up here, and Biafra and sing, we will work towards trying to get it back if that is going to be the case. But Nigeria, every man sọ̀rọ̀ nípa disputed territory. Nigeria, disputed territory. So we are almost there. Number 4. The problem with Nigeria is like pouring water in a gigantic basket. Many Nigerians do not know that. Many of you, Nigeria da BBT, konko, wahala, emalokmomi, sinu basket. Gigantic basket. Nigeria is a crazy country. And that's in apere. And there's something people they work. Àwọn kan máa sọ òyìnbó ṣì, òyìnbó rati. One àwọn student of history. Àwọn student of history. Mo mọ̀ history wèrè tẹ́ ṣe. A ní ká dismantle gbogbo kìíní ká lè rí bí lọ. Ìbomọ kàdé. Number 5. President Tinubu can become the third most loved Yoruba forever after Oduduwa and Oni Oromiyan. Wow, that is if he does exactly what this person is saying. But this often Tinubu actually fail to destroy, or let me not use the word destroy, to dismantle Kinlo Ibotolo. Then, Kolukaluku malo prepare fún nǹkan tí màá yìí tí mo ti sọ rí. Mo mọ̀ bí obìnrin ni wọ́n bí ọkùnrin ni wọ́n. The same thing tẹ́mi ti sọ lórí program pé after 8 years tí Tinubu bá ṣe tán ẹ lọ máa prepare fún kankan ó jáde nínú ọ̀rọ̀ yìí. Number 6. If Tinubu leaves office in 2027, that's subject to if he goes back again for another term. Tó bá fún láyè ẹ má bínú torí táyà yẹn reflect ní abẹ́ ni mo ṣe ń. If Tinubu get another second term a ṣe tán ní 2024 ìyẹn kan ní he can't do anything well ẹ jẹ́ ká máa wòran. Wọ́n ní ìgbòmọ̀ kàdé nísìn ebi yẹn ti ń pa mí mo ní láti tètè rapport kí n máa lọ jẹun jàre ebi ti ń pa mí. Àwọn ọmọ ńláńlá nígbà tá a sì máa ń lọ́jọ́ must stop, two back, shall call, biggie. Eléyìí ni, are you Igbo man or Yoruba? Ó lọ bèrè lọ́ba bẹ́ẹ̀ bomb bastard. Òun bí mi pé àmọ́ Igbo or Yoruba olórí burúkú wèrè. Kí ni kàn pẹ̀lú yẹn? Ṣé mo jọ Igbo? Ọmọ àlè. Òun bí mi pé are you Igbo or Yoruba bomb bastard? Ṣé Ọláyọmí jẹ́ Igbo? Wèrè. Dádì ẹni kò lọ bí i Igbo ni mí àbí Yoruba bomb bastard. Ẹ̀yin ọmọ kéékèèké tẹ́ máa wá sórí social media. Ó bá dẹ̀ pẹ́ gbọ́n nìyẹn kò ní dá fáwọn tó bí ẹ bomb bastard. Ẹ jẹ́ ká continue jàre lórí burúkú. Òun bí mi pé bẹ́ẹ̀ ni tẹ̀ ní láti ní kó lọ bèèrè lọ Google kó lọ bèèrè lọ dádì ẹ̀ pé Ọláyọmí kó ìkìsọ́ ọmọ Igbo nàbí Yoruba. Ṣé n tí Adéyínká grandson sọ òun lẹ mú dání àbí bomb bastard. Ibo mo kàdé jàre. So any if Tinubu leaves office in 2027 or 2032 and the Yoruba have not become kábíyèsí Elédùmarè ibi báyìí gangan mo ti fi ṣe program rẹ̀ a whole program ni mo fi ṣe ẹ gbọ́ bíbẹ̀ dáadáa ibi báyìí wà very very important very important kí lẹ́ ń dẹ́ni ẹ lóhùn fún tó ń bi mí pé ṣé Igbo ni mí àbí Yoruba. Okay, just want to clarify something I heard about your mom is Igbo. Bàbá ẹ̀ náà Igbo, ìyá tèmi náà Igbo, bàbá tẹ Igbo, olóṣì. Your mom is Igbo. Ṣé o wà níbẹ̀ nígbà tí ìyá mi àti bàbá mi tọ́jọ́ bí wọn wèrè? Your mom is Igbo, bomb pastor. ọmọ ẹ̀kọ́ gidi ni mọ́mísí tèmi àwọn tó ń sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ bèrè pé níbo nìran tí wọ́n ti jáde bomb bastard anyway tó bá yẹ pé ẹ̀kan make clarification ni mo take gbogbo ọ̀rọ̀ mi padà ẹ má bínú ẹ má dàgbà àwọn tó ń sọ jágbajàgba lóhùn ṣé gbà tí ìyá mi àti bàbá mi tó bí mi kalẹ̀ sọ pé ibo nìyá mi bomb bastard èyí kan mò ń bú mọ́ nísìnyí o àwọn tó sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ bomb bastard ni wọ́n ẹ lọ bèrè ní Èkó àwa lè kó kò ń ṣe Èkó bàbá mi ọmọ Ìjẹ̀bú Òde bomb bastard Adéyínká grandson ló sọ gbogbo jágbajàgba nǹkan lọ́ba ń tú sílẹ̀ nínú prison tó wà at least ó tẹ̀ bẹ́tà nínú prison tó wà ju ẹni tó wà ní Nàìjíríà lọ anyway so mo tẹ́ kọ̀rọ̀ mi padà ẹ má bínú ẹni ẹ̀ náà ni only you just make my day a máa ń ṣe fàájì ní bíbáyìí so mo tẹ́ gbogbo ọ̀rọ̀ mi padà ẹ bá dáhùn lóhùn àwọn wèrè ọmọ Èkó gidi làwa màmá tó bí mi ní o bàbá mi ọmọ Ìjẹ̀bú confam lọ sí Ìjẹ̀bú Òde kó dọ sọ pé Kóìkì ọmọ ẹdẹ lè bàbá mi Gbàtàyọ̀ ọmọ ilé bàbá ẹ̀ kò lè sọ pé lè bàbá òun lélẹ̀ olórí burúkú bomb bastard ẹ jẹ́ parí ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ ti ń jẹ́ kí ebi máa pa mí kíákíá mo ní láti lọ níbo ni mo kà á dé so ẹni yìí ní number 6 a sì máa ṣe program lé lórí ó ní if Tinubu leaves office in 2027 or 2032 Tinubu máa ti pé 87 years old àgbà ti dé egungun àti weak kò ní dàbí in tó ń ṣe lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ mọ́ sí àgbà máa ń dé ni àwa náà nígbà yẹn èmi náà ti máa di bí 60 something ẹ fẹ́ kí n ṣe máa pariwo Yorùbá nation by that and Yoruba have not become and Yoruba have not become a complete free nation. Yoruba nation is doomed forever. Ọlọ́run ní jẹ́ ká doomed forever. But intern yìí sọ nìyẹn. Màá tún ka bẹ̀yẹn lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí. If Bàbá Bọ́lá Tinubu kí ló dé tí kìíní tó ń yọ̀ báyìí kẹ́ ok torí fóònù yẹn torí case cover ló ń jẹ́ kó máa yọ̀. No 40 plus ni mí nísìnyí o mo ti pé ẹ̀ ń lé mi léré ni ọmọ kékeré sì ni mí o mo kí ẹ̀gbọ́n mi rúgì mo ti pé 50 o ṣé mo jẹun tó pé 50 years old báyìí níbo ni mo kà á dé náà. If Tinubu leaves office by 2027 or by 2032 and Yoruba have not become completely free nation, Yoruba nation is doomed forever. Baba Tinubu will be blamed forever until the world ceases to exist because it is a Emilokan that the Fulani used to trick Yorubas to remain in slavery. So, number 7. Momadi is saying Baba Tinubu látẹ̀ǹkan. Baba Tinubu, all the Yoruba ancestors from 3000 BC to 3053 AD have assigned him as destiny child to get the work immediately. Baba Tinubu should initiate 18-month plan to dismantle Nigeria by May 2025. So the question is, can Tinubu dismantle Nigeria by May 2025? Òun ni ìbéèrè tí mo ń bi gbogbo yín tẹ́ bá mo answer ẹ fi sínú comment section. Tí bá ti ń jẹ iṣu àtọbẹ̀ ata mi, màá go through àwọn comment yín kò yé yín nísìn. So ẹ fi sínú comment section. Ṣé Tinubu lè dismantle Nigeria in 18-month plan? So number 8 okumeji. Baba Tinubu, if you can do this, you will celebrate your 91st birthday in the land of the living as an immortal Yoruba hero. Number 9, Baba Tinubu can assemble the brains in his party and initiate 18-month plan to dismantle Nigeria by May 2025. It's a good initiative, but the question is, can Tinubu put this in practice? Kini solitaire, so that one allow you, he cannot do it. Well, àwọn kan lè sọ pé a kì í ṣe ọba Elédùmarè. So why are we saying that? Ìyá mi Fadipe Moses sọ pé instead of us to have a nation, I don't know why they are keeping one Nigeria. Because inú Nigeria làwọn kan náà lọ ti ń jìyà, lọ ti ń rí iṣẹ́. Ṣé mọ̀ pé báwọn kan ṣe ń rí owó nínú Nigeria ni àwọn kan náà ti ń rí iṣẹ́. So bí àìṣẹ́ yẹn ó ti mọ́ wọn lára. Èmi lọ jẹ́ṣu àtọ́bẹ̀ ata nísìn anyway, so ebi tẹ̀ ti ń pa mí anyway. Then number 10. Nigeria will not exist into 2030 as a nation. It need to break with a peaceful leader, not with ogun that is coming. So ẹni sọ pé ogun ó ń bọ̀ nìyẹn o, but ẹgbọ́n kan tó sọ wọ́n kọ́ sọ pé not with war that is coming. That means pé everybody can feel it, everybody can smell it, but we are people that live in denial. Ẹ̀kọ́ fẹ́ ká máa fẹ̀ fún ní bíbá. lójoojúmọ́ bí ṣe wọn kí n bá lóye bó ṣe ń fẹ̀kún lórí politics today tó ní access ẹ̀ṣẹ́ àrí bó ṣe chop up ẹ fẹ́ kémi náà máa chop up nínú Yorùbá nation no èmi fẹ́ ká tètè gba nation so that kémi náà lè ní role tí mo fẹ́ play in whatever my capacity mo ti play role kan nílùú yìí for 25 years ẹ jẹ́ ká rí role ní mìíràn play nínú nation tiwa náà even if it's to start from the grassroots ẹ fẹ́ yẹn ẹ fẹ́ ká wà nínú òṣì àti ṣe àbí ìṣẹ̀dá ẹ̀ ló ń pè nínú shit hole country tẹ́ ń pè Nigeria. So and on that note I'm gonna go now. Mo mọ̀ pé mo ní kẹ́ pè lẹ́ẹ̀kan. Thank you so much to all our Biafrans. It was a Yoruba language but we were able to speak English. I'm sure some of you have picked what I said. We cannot bring anybody in. Those of you sending a request, I can't bring anybody in. African Confidential aside to my brother. I got to go now because I haven't had my breakfast. It's exactly 1 o'clock and I'm not in Nigeria, so I need to go and have something to eat. My wife will even be upset that she make me a brunch. I'll be brunch then. I might take the picture and upload it on the social media so that you know what I'm eating. And she'll be like, why are you still there when I just make you a nice meal to come and eat? So I got to go now. I'll be back again. We might have 3 or 4 programs today. I know many of you want to talk to me, but let us wait till when I come back again. Thank you so much to everyone. Can Tinubu initiate a 18-month plan to dismantle Nigeria? That will be another topic, and we might drag that topic for some time. I don't think so. I don't believe so. If any Biafra comes and say, Sunday Igboho, you abuse him, I'm going to abuse your father and your mother. I respect Simon Ekpa, and I will continue to give him my loyalty, just like I'm giving loyalty to the Biafra. You can see how my Yoruba people, they abuse me every day. So if you come here and read your comment, I see some of you. Why did Koiki now go to Finland? Born bastard. If I don't go to Finland, what does that mean? I read some bastard, Biafran saying, why Koiki now? And cut this place and take it anywhere. Why Koiki now go to Finland? What I did, even majority of my media never did what I did for you on the day of your referendum. And the video is there on my timeline. I haven't taken it down. Over 7,000 views. And I'll continue to respect your government in exile. Even not all Yoruba respect it. So don't come and tell me on my timeline, we were expecting to see the Yoruba people in Finland. If you don't see us, doesn't mean that some of us are not working hard so that your own Biafra nation can come. Respect us, we will respect you. If you don't respect us, you'll be getting woto. Kudos to Pastor Van Vam. YouTube don't delete his video. I mean, his YouTube channel, they don't take him down for 2 weeks. So go and watch him from Ajare. I think he's on Ajare. All the social media are dealing with us every time. But we will get there one day and we'll be able to control the narratives. Thank you so much once again to all my listeners. I respect
when
you.
When this collapse comes, and it's going to come.
No, it's going to collapse anyway.
We in the UK.
No, I know you said that already. Let's listen to our anthem. Thank you so much, every single one of you that have joined me this morning or this afternoon from wherever you're watching. My name is Olami Koiki, a journalist. I am not your blogger. I am an activist. I am a father. I am an uncle. And I believe that, the best thing for Nigeria is to be dismantled. I even like that word anyway. Alao Baba say, hunger is killing them. Nigeria, they are just hiding. The pounds is 1,570. I pray it continue to go up so that every Nigerian will come on the street and defend yourself. African Confidential, love you so much. They attack him all the time because he's so loyal and he support Biafra. But some of the Biafras don't know what we go through just because we say, somebody don't ask me whether I be Igbo because my mama na Igbo, bomb bastard. Let's listen to our anthem. Have a very good afternoon. Bye for now. Kashisha, ìṣọ̀kan nìkẹ́jẹ́ tẹ̀síwájú fọ̀pọ̀yire àtòhun ọmọ Odùduwà. I put all the phone on the laptop. I should have done this, I didn't think about that. Ìwọ ni ìmọ́lẹ̀ gbogbo adúláwọ̀. Àwa ni o
Shout out to everyone. Bye for now. My name is, I should have put on the laptop and then it's easy around. You know, when I was struggling. Yoruba people will always think a way out. Thank you so much, Jetstar. Senior Evangelist John Mukinsa. If I didn't mention your name, don't be upset or angry with that. Join me later. Mr. Michael, Mr. Bashir, Eshegonio, and the rest of you on the Twitter space. Olayomi Koiki Media, bringing the world closer to your doorstep. I am the last man standing for Yoruba Nation. Bye for now.